Oh man. Let me know, family tree. Are you up in the building with me? If so, today we're actually going to be discussing or laying out your claims like why, Callum, full stop, you're trolling us right now. Callum, you are 100% wrong. And this is the reason why I believe you are wrong. Yeah, that's what the show is entitled today. It seems that there's like a little mistake on the show, but I'll see if I can sort that out. So, yeah, guys, if you actually would like to join us on this show, all you have to do is actually go into the comment section and check it out and join the link. Okay, I'm actually going to leave the show open for you guys to moderate yourselves, you guys to come on and actually discuss and vent out your frustrations. All right, and I would particularly love for the Black community, to come out, show out, and actually vent your frustrations. Right, because right now, Callum, you're not representing us type of vibe, right? That's how I kind of feel, to be honest with you, in myself, as though I'm not actually representing, the mass of the, quote unquote black community. We listened to Tan saying things which were, quite offensive. When I say offensive, I mean racially offensive. Okay, and it doesn't seem as though that you're feeling our pain, Callum. Okay, you're more interested in the message of Tan. No, bun the message of Tan. Let's concentrate on our emotions. Let's concentrate on our feelings. Let's concentrate on his use of the N word. Let's concentrate on labeling him a racist. Let's concentrate on not allowing him to be exempt from this. Okay, so what I would love for you guys to do is come on, vent all of that out, right? We did the last show, and you guys seem to be very vocal, very, very, very vocal. And what I will do is this, okay? Because I don't want to spend too much time on here because I've got things to do. But because I know you guys are interested in this, okay? Like right here, you have the Hangouts link, okay? The Hangouts link is right there. Okay, the Hangout link is right there. All you have to do is click on it and let's get it in. Okay, Tan is going to be on roughly at 9 p.m. Today. 9 p.m. today. He's roughly 9 p.m. today. I'm not going to say 9 p.m. on the dot, but 9 p.m. today. Tan is looking to be on, right? And I would love for you guys to come on and just vent as much frustrations as possible, and hopefully, will give me some ammunition to bring to Tan's way, to be honest with you. But I need your guys' participation. That's what I need right now. So again, I'm going to reiterate this because it seems though like in the last call, you had so much to say. So right there is the Hangouts link. Okay, jump in, join the Hangouts link. Okay, and if you guys need a quick reminder as to, why you should be offended, or oof, oh yeah, I was watching that. Where do I go? I don't even know. Okay, let me not even screen share and keep looking. But yeah, I want you guys to come in. Like, why are you not coming in? Um, did someone say Isaac, not Ishmael, or Ishmael, not Isaac? Okay. Are you in here? Let me know. Let me know. Okay. Let me know if you're in here. Anybody else who would like to actually have their say, come in. I'm actually giving you guys the platform to have your say. I've got a few things to do before Tan comes on. I'm literally opening it up for you. Okay. Sometimes I think, yeah, you guys have so much to say in the comment sections, right? But when it's really time to have your say, you guys are really not on that, on that, are you? All right. Let's see. What was it? We had Tan's announcement. Let me do that. Tan's speakers corner. Let's see if we can get his announcement. Because we may need to jog your memories as to why you should be offended. Okay, so I'm going to do it from roughly here. I'm going to replay it. Let me check what you guys are actually saying. These cowards. Okay, yeah, for real. I should use inflammatory words to get people on, right? Callum, it's not my topic, mate. Tuned in, though. All right, no problem. I should use it, right? But I don't even have the energy in me right now to actually do it. So what I'm going to do is hopefully Tan's words itself can actually inflame and infuriate the black community to come out and actually speak on this. So let's do this.
Okay, ready to fuck nigga? Nigga, 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 fucking nigga! Okay, fucking nigga! You know why people always say black people have low IQ? Maybe because it's true. If nigga is a racist word, which mainly an American thing, but somehow black people around the world is so angry that they stop everyone from using the word nigga, but use it exclusively among themselves. If that is not an example of low IQ, I don't know what is. It's either we use the word collectively, or we stop using it entirely. Yeah. It takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. You don't see me going around. You don't see me going around calling my people chains. You don't see me going around calling my people chains because half the population of China can't even speak proper English, and they're taught ching is a food. By the way, you know kafi or kufa is a much more common racial slur against black people in Africa, right? Trevor Noah told me, if the only leader you look up to, a rapper or Nation of Islam, then you guys are royally fucked. Have you seen the Nation of Islam leaders giving speech in Speaker's Corner, London? Now he's just a nobody, but he's already pretending like he's Obama with all the security around him. When he's in power, he'll be high up in the Eiffel Tower, far away from the people. Nigga, stop putting all eggs in one basket and start admiring knowledge and learn the hard way. We've been told. I'm short like Napoleon, but I never asked for a shorter basketball hoop in NBA. I just have to work double hard. Life is never fair. Deal with it. The reason black gangs suck is because they lack business acumen. Just look at how the Russian or Italian crime syndicates operates. It's a lot more smarter because they are into business, not senseless killing. Now you know why black on black crime is so crazy, because they're fucking dumb, and yet you want to say fuck the police. Another showcase of high intellect. Have you ever thought that maybe most of you are big, black, tall, and love to wear hoodie at night that scare the shit out of other people? None of you look like a fucking nerd. You know why yellow people are invisible? We all look like nerds. That is our superpower. Next time, nigga, try wearing pink Peppa Pig shirt and see if there will be any police brutality. Try it. Wear the pink Peppa Pig shirt and see if any police brutality attack you. Nigga, it's time for self-reflection. This is a war of evolution. Nobody owes anyone anything. We have to make it work, or we will all perish. The only time black people ever mobilize themselves to do stupid shit. Go watch the movie Detroit. Watch the movie Detroit and picture yourself. Which character are you in the movie? I bet 90% of you are not the security guard who tried to make it work in life, but in the end got fucked by both sides. Keep rioting and burning your own neighborhood. Really high IQ. No wonder you believe in white privilege. Because if white privilege exists, it implies white are genetically superior. This is yellow privilege telling you, use your fucking brain. Do you want to be low IQ or high IQ? The spirit for self-preservation of your people is important. But don't spend it on low IQ activities, please. For Britain, it's not about championing color of skin. It's about freedom for everyone. Black lives doesn't matter because they are irrelevant. For Britain matters. And there's a Chinese proverb that says, without a country, there will be no family left. Country come first. Rest again. Gonna fuck snowflakes left in SJW.
All right. Okay. So yeah. Hold on. Let me stop this screen. Yeah. So Tan went in. Okay. So finally, we've got members of our community. I know I can spot definitely one member of the Afro-Caribbean community or the Black community on here, which is Jordan. And let me know if you guys are also members of the Black quote-unquote community, okay? So I'm going to start off with BN. Let me know. Are you part of the Black community? Is it me? But I can't hear anything. If you're speaking, I can't hear you. All right, Jordan, can you come in? Jordan.
Yeah, I'm in, my brother.
All right. Talk to me, okay? So, we replayed Tan's speech, right? But this one here, this show, technically, you can talk about anything you want actually, but it seems as though a lot of people were upset with the things that me and Gabs were saying last night, or just me in general. So I'm giving everybody the opportunity to just vent their frustrations and kind of come up with why you disagree with the things that we said. But of course, if you don't want to speak on that, speak on anything you like. This show is literally for you guys to talk.
Well, I appreciate that. But I just want to make it clear I can't speak for everyone. But from my understanding, the consensus has been, you know, there was no consistency in your outrage, right? Tan's been trolling, so to say, for the longest time. However, giving him a platform, or sort of what you guys were saying were in defense, it seemed almost as you were advocating or condoning his, just derogatory terms. There was nothing to gain from that in any way. You can spin it in any way you want, but the reality from what I saw, and as most people did, was I think he crossed the line, right? And just sort of, you know, what you guys were doing, you should have called him out on it, or if at least, you know, put him under the fire like you have with the Muslim community, right? In previous events or in anything else.
Thank you. So where do you think Tan went wrong? What was the first thing that you think, you know, what did you not agree with his speech? What was wrong that we should have addressed?
Look, it's not, we can play this game, and sort of say, in what specific moment, and you want specific evidences. The issue here is this guy was using derogatory terms, and mind you, this is not the first time, right? So, okay, fine. If we are to say he is trolling, okay, so be it. But you know, a platform such as yourself, which is broadcasted globally, man, it's a bit wrong for you guys to sort of advocate and, if I'd rather you guys didn't even say anything, but, you seemed like yourself, Kalam, you were giving him a leeway. People don't understand, and, he meant this and he meant that. I haven't seen you do that previous in other videos, right? Breaking down, every minute of that video. I haven't seen you do that for the Muslim community in any way, right? You guys were very quick to vilify and jump on the gun, to give your opinions when it came to anything related to Islamic views or any issues previous. And in fact, you've made judgment as a matter of fact, right? While all the facts haven't been out multiple times, right? And it's been disapproved. But yet, in a video where it's clear cut in what he's saying, I don't know how you can spin it and say, oh, well, Tan is not a racist. And this, even if he's not racist, I thought Titan TV is a platform where it promotes education or, getting together and ideas. What was there to gain from that? Absolutely nothing, in my view. So this is what I have an issue with, and I think this is where most people sort of were questioning, your stance on the whole thing.
Awesome. Thank you for your contribution. I love that. Love hearing what the audience member actually has to say. We will address that a little bit, but I want to go to the remainder of the panel. We've got Mo here as well. Did you want to add anything else?
Hello.
Yep, go ahead.
Me, I'm not a black person. I find his speech, his rhetoric, his mannerisms to be highly offensive. You know, I don't know how. I mean, some people stated that this individual came to kind of give a message to the black community in terms of why is it okay for them to use a particular word and not for the rest of the rest of the world to use that word also. It's not his place to be preaching that. If black people see it appropriate to be using that word, me personally, I don't agree with it. But if black people were to use that within their own community, then that's down to themselves to educate each other whether to use it or not. It's not for anybody else to be utilizing that word against anybody. Yeah. I mean, one could say there was a message behind his speech, but the words that he used towards Rajiv were clear. I don't think there's, you could kind of ascertain from that he was being anything other than racist.
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not going to speak on the Rajiv one, so let's keep to the speech because I wasn't privy to that conversation. All right, so let's go into Ulrich as well. Ulrich,
yeah. Basically, I understand the principle behind it, but the thing is, yeah, when he says them words, he's also understandably, he knows the history that's behind that word. You see, when black people use this word, we don't really, it's not really in our conscience. When we say that word, the history doesn't come up. But when another person says that word, it conjures up a lot of negative emotions, a lot of I would say a lot of hatred that was put on us through that word. So for Tan, to be honest, yeah, I understand the principle of him trying to break the barriers of public of PC, but at the same time, he needs to understand that people are tend to be very sensitive with these kind of words, especially when a lot of people, the last thing they heard was, die N-word. I'm black, but I can never say that word because I understand the historical context in which that word has been said to bring people from a place of power to a place of ridicule. So even though that or the original word wasn't that, it morphosized into something else, like words usually do. Words through time, words mean different things. So I think we're in a time and age where we need to be more less have we need to have less public correctness, and but at the same time have respect for other people's past, presence, and future. That's basically what I'm saying. If that made sense.
awesome. Yep. All right. Let me get and then Saracen. Go ahead, extremely.
Me, I just look at it like you have to know what you have a right to do and what you don't have a right to do, just logically speaking. I have no right to go into anyone's house and dictate how you speak to your family. I don't have any rights to speak. I don't have any rights to tell anyone how they speak to their children, even though the way they speak to their children might be wrong. But I do not have any legal or divine rights to tell anybody how to speak. And just because someone speaks in a certain way doesn't give me the authority to tell other people that because you speak in that way, now that gives me the right to say that derogatory term, right? So that's just the way I look at it. It's got nothing to do with Chinese people. It's got nothing to do with Malaysian people. It's everything to do with African people. And the way they utilize that word is up to them, whether they want to degrade themselves with it, whether they want to uplift themselves with it. If I have shoes, for example, I wear those shoes when I want. You don't tell me when I wear those shoes. I wear it when I want. I wear it how I want. So you don't dictate to me because I haven't worn my shoes so much. What are you gonna say? Let me wear your shoes because you're not wearing it, or because you're wearing it wrong? It doesn't make sense. So it's a history that pertains to Black people, and Black people have that right to utilize that word how they see fit. Now, like I said, I can come up to you and I can advise you, and I can say, look, me personally, I wouldn't use that word. Even though I'm not Black, I can come up to you, I can advise you, I can say, look, don't use that word. I would say for the progression of Black people, I think it's much better if you just cut it out and build from there. But I don't have the right to tell you when and what you can do. And if you use it, then I'll use it. Or you better not use it, then everyone doesn't use it. So it's like people need to understand what you have a right to do. If you don't have a right to do something, don't do it. I don't have a right to tell anyone what to do. And that's how I see it.
All right. Okay, can you get your mics? Perfect. All right, so let me get Saracen up in the building. Talk to me, Saracen.
Yes, brother. I've got 2 points. One is a general point regard to this, and the second is my my criticism of you in particular on this issue. So the first point is
In particular,
if we,
this issue.
sorry, I can hear myself.
Is,
Yeah. So the first point is, imagine we had someone like that guy that came to the park that dresses up as a woman, and does it for charity. What's his name? James Goddard, I think his name was. Imagine he came to the park and he said exactly what Tan said. Would people still find it funny? I don't think so. The fact is, we're living in very, very dangerous times. We're living in times where we are polarized communities. We've had austerity put down on us. You've got some very stupid people who would do very stupid things. You've got people who are legitimizing bigotry. Now, it starts off with the Muslim community and everyone thinks it's funny, freedom of speech. Now, freedom of speech in this country, the British, this is Britain, is not the same as it is in America or in France. We have restrictions. So a man coming from a different country, from wherever, he's and free speech, absolutist. You can be what the hell you like. But the reality is you have to stay within the parameters of the law. Now, if you've got people, they are people, let's be honest, and some of them are in your chat, they're racist. They're completely racist, and they say, oh, no, we're not racist. We've got black friends. They are racist. And for years, they've been suppressed because thank God we've had laws in this country to suppress their bigotry. They'll blame everything. They'll blame everything apart from themselves. Can you mute your mic? And the fact is that people like Tan give them enjoyment because he says what they want to say, and because he's funny, cracks a few jokes, people let him get away with it. It's not acceptable. When you start opening the doors for people like him, then it's going to be casualized. The N word's going to be casualized. Bigotry upon Muslims already out there. They don't even say that we're allowed to use the word Islamophobia. So that's my first point. My second criticism to you in particular, Kalam, is this: for years we've heard you call out little things. Uncle Tom's. Oh, do you know the history of Uncle Tom's? It's black people have suffered this, that, blah blah blah. Muhammad, he black. He black. I mean, in fairness to you, you didn't say too much about that, but. Uncle Omar called baboon, this, that. And I've been consistent. I call out bigotry from whoever says it. I find it offensive. Although I'm Asian, I'm Pakistani, I find it offensive that my fellow human being is being disrespected on the basis of something he or she has got nothing can do, can't do anything about unless they want to go Michael Jackson. Do you know what I mean? But for years we've heard you condemn, people. But on this particular issue, he's just a troll. I'm not going to get triggered. No one should really get triggered. There's certain things that in life you have to get triggered about. Some principles, you have to stick to those principles, and those principles and values have to be consistent. Though we are living in a culture where, our prophet, peace be upon him, said, if you don't have any shame, do what you want. We're living in that culture. You can cuss my mum, you can sleep with my wife. Let's be strong, man. We all have to condemn this as a civil society. I don't care if it's a Chinese man, a black man, a white man, Pakistani man, anyone that uses the N-word, we say, no, it's wrong. And if people want to use it in America, and, we need to educate those people. We need to educate those people. No, have a bit more self-respect for yourself. Don't be using casual words like that. So, yeah, that's my thing on that.
Okay. And let me know. So are you like don't use the N-word absolutist, would you say?
Yeah, I think it's wrong.
Okay. So there's no matter what context somebody outside of the, black race utilizes the N-word, it now becomes acceptable.
I think in this particular case, Kalam, we all know he actually planned to cause offense. He's used it. I know you don't want to talk about the Rajiv thing, but he used it a week before, tested the water on Raj's show, and Raj apologized. Raj separated himself. He's then come to that, and he said he was going to use it. He wants to. He's basically a little narcissist that seeks attention. I mean, to be honest with you, I actually thought the speech was shit. I thought it was rubbish. He was babbling most of the time, and he put a few jokes in there, and he used offensive language to get attention for himself. But I'm generally against using derogatory words, be it the P word, the N word. People use it, but we have to raise their standards and say, no, you shouldn't be using it like that.
Okay. And do you not see that was his point as well?
I see it was an idiot. I've always called him. I don't even engage with him. Thing is, if you bring him on the show, he can't intellectually engage with people like me, because he doesn't. His whole persona is that when he gets stuck, he makes it into a joke, or he switches the subject. He has a clear agenda. So how do you deal with someone like that? It's very difficult.
Let me stop you there because I want to get others to speak. So we got Terry, Mr. Riggs. All right, what's good? HKTH, let's get it.
What's happening, family? Very interesting topic.
Yeah, we want you to weigh in, King. We want you to weigh in.
Just give me an outlook of exactly what you're going on. Is it by the title, or is it by what happened on Sunday?
So yeah, based upon, I'm not too sure if you saw yesterday's show. We had we played Tan's words basically of his speech, and in particular, we did an hour-long speech, attacking all different members of the community or British community. But we targeted and we homed in, should I say, to the use of him targeting the black community and using the N-word. I think a lot of people are infuriated by his use of the N-word.
Okay, so in that format, I may have an issue with it, but I don't, because one thing that I've learned and understood is observation and understanding the patterns of someone being there for quite a period of time now. So in that format of him, the system that he has attacked the Muslims, it has now come kind of to an end for him. So now he wants to go on to using that N-word. But the thing is, it's a trigger. Because if you rail up with him or you argue with him, it gives him an obligation to making a conversation and able to say that he is right. So by not feeding into what he's talking about and making him look silly and ignoring it, it works out much more better and much more clearer. Because how long can he do it for?
Powerful, very powerful. All right, we've got a few people that's tuning in right now. And again, if you want to tune in, all right, the link is literally at the bottom of the page, right? It's literally at the bottom of the description box. Sarah, your link has actually been sent to you personally. Jedi, your link has actually been sent to you personally as well. Anybody else? Yeah, you know, Gabs, whenever you're ready, your link has been sent to you personally. So we're just waiting for you guys to actually come on once you're ready. Oh, we've got Ezra here. Ezra, oh, he dropped out. I knew Ezra would definitely free the realness. All right. Okay, so we got right. Everybody who's jumping in is simply jumping out, but let's keep to this one. We have Shahid. Okay, we're gonna go Shahid, and then we're gonna go to Jedi. So go ahead, Shahid. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, what's up, Kalam? How you doing today, brother?
Peace. I'm well, thanks.
Yeah, I'm a, you know, black. I'm actually half African, half Indian, and what I saw of Tan in the video, I personally found it to be offensive. You know, because the way he came and said, you know, those words towards black people, I don't know if it's racist or not, but I really found it extremely offensive. That's
Awesome.
what I got on that.
All right, thank you. So we're gonna get Jedi up in the building real quickly. But for now, yeah. If you're not black, this is me doing my mad discrimination. Yeah, like please call me a racist afterwards, okay? But if you're not black, you know, please like jump out, okay, and give space for everybody else to come in. But before you do that, actually, I know we got Daniel here. Daniel, stay here. I actually want to get your voice. But if you're not black, okay, no, and Saracen, stay here as well. All right, but if you're not black otherwise, yeah, please jump out because I definitely want to get the black voices actually heard on the channel, and then hopefully we can come and mix it up a little bit, okay? So right now we got Red Pill Trill, all right? You know, co-founder of Gang, Gang, Guiding a New Generation. Right, and I'm going to get him on to speak. And of course, Scattered Minds, your link has been personally sent to you. You just need to open it up. All right, go ahead. Jedi, yeah, you. Yeah, but your mic's muted, B. I can read your lips, but your mic's muted.
Yeah, sorry, what was that you said about Gavin? I just tuned in.
Yeah.
I just went out of the room.
Yeah, we're just getting your input. I gave you a nice little introduction. I said, you know, we've got Red Pill Trill, you know, the co-founder of Gang, Guiding a New Generation. And hopefully you got something to say.
Yeah, so basically, we're asking, are we asking if we think Tan is racist? Or are we, what are we saying? Are we saying, do we think he used naughty words? Is it acceptable for him to use naughty words? What are we actually saying?
All right. So I would really try to entitle the show, yeah, in a way that everybody can attack the things that, you know, some of us were saying, especially myself, because I was in favor and I wasn't, you know, objecting or castrating Tan, so to speak, yesterday. I was more of saying, listen to the message of what he had to say, like stop being offended, you know, by his choice of words. His choice of words.
Yeah. I hear you still. That's well, hey, that's kind of interesting. You already know that's mad interesting. I'm gonna go back to the Mohammed Tawhid conversation that you lot had, and he reckons he's blacker than you and whatnot. Now, while I didn't agree with what he was saying, a lot of people threw the label of racist at him, not including you. Sarah and a couple other guys, we had this chat, and it was like, yeah, he's racist. Saw a lot of comments saying he's obviously racist, blah, blah, blah. Now, I've got this kind of dilemma in my head, not even this dilemma, but I'm trying to understand, because we say Tommy Robinson, we can't say he's racist because he's not said any racist words. Mohammed Tawhid is clearly racist because you can see the rage in his face and he thinks he can tell black people who's black and who's not. And now we've got this guy running around using this word, which most black people, or a majority of black people, find offensive, and he's not racist. So I'm kind of seeing a double standard, triple standard thing going on with a majority of people. I can't really put you in that box because you carefully did not say Mohammed Tawhid's words were racist, and I commend you for that. You got that level-headedness. You're not swayed by your emotion. You're thinking logically, and this is why man them rate you. But when it comes to this Tan thing, I just feel like there's no way man can give him the green light, the thumbs up, and say, yeah, Tan, yeah, freedom of speech, and you're just pushing the barrier. You're using a word you know is offensive. And personally, I know that if we was out on road somewhere away from Speaker's Corner and he was using that language, I seen he said something about he was with gang and used the word nigger. Everyone should know that's not true. You ain't gonna be outside in a black predominant group dealing with black predominant issues and be using that word and gonna have any safety. We have no police escort. We was on our own, bruv. You would have got smacked up, and that's the end of it. Yeah, I just feel like Tan is just definitely there to cause a reaction, get people to talk about him. I'm not really sure who sent him or what his private life is about. He's a bit of an enigma, but I just think the main thing is, why do we care what Tan is saying? Why do we flock to what Tan is saying? Why do people run and see Tan and, oh yeah, Tan? And I don't really understand it. One, I'm not a Muslim, so if he's going against Muslims and you know, dissing Muslims, then let him and Muslims have their thing. I don't understand why Muslims would entertain him. Now he's turned his sights onto the quote-unquote black African community, and we're all supposed to give a fuck what Tan says, pardon my language. But why does anyone, I just don't get it. Can I swear?
Nah, you're not allowed to swear. We have.
Well, I'm not allowed to swear, but Tan is allowed to. So you play Tan's speech. You play Tan's speech. I'm asking. Have you played Tan's speech? I don't know. Titans, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, testing.
You left the call store.
All right, cool. So he's played Tan's speech. I don't know. Did he play the swear word? Did he say the word? Did he play the word out loud? Okay, so I'm not really sure how I can't swear and then my man's allowed to say nigger. Yeah? He's allowed to say nigger, but I can't say fuck. It don't make no sense to me, bro. So I feel like we've got some weird double standard thing going on, and it's just like a big gameplay. And personally, I don't think we should all be feeding into it. That's me personally. I mean, Tan can say whatever word he wants. And no doubt, I have huge confidence that with the words he uses, if he is in a position to be in the public, out and about, someone's going to catch up with him. He ain't going to use that word around too many black people. So apart from that, just let him say his thing. I think everyone should ignore him. Don't feed the trolls. Ignore him. And everyone's life.
I agree with you, Jedi, but the problem is that you get some brothers, and we've told them, like, I saw that young, Omar, who goes up to him. I said to him, leave him, bro. He's a troll. He's come to trigger you and stuff. But you're going to get young ones that come to the park that are going to do something to him or do something to his posse around him that call him a posse or whatever. And those young ones are going to get a criminal record. For me, that's worrying because I don't want them, because we all know he's a troll and stuff. But as an elder, I've got to tell them not to do it. And I agree with everything you said. But it's not just the N-word he's using. He's saying that black people have got low IQ.
Yeah, that's another.
I mean, I'm sorry, man. You can't be saying that in this country.
Don't you think it's to cause a reaction towards whatever he says? Like as he's done with the Muslim guys, don't you think if you react and do something, it can make him feel that he's right, that we are aggressive people?
I agree. But there will be some people that do it, though,
what's wrong with being aggressive? What do you mean aggressive people?
No, when when they say, oh, when people say something about black people, we always get angry or we get hyper.
You ain't gonna be calling a bag of black people the N-word. Why? Because they are emotionally invested in this word. So now the separate conversation is black people. Are we, or Africans or whatever, melanated being, Moors? Are we gonna continue to be manipulated by a word, or are we gonna finally relinquish our emotional attachment to it? Because really, identity-wise, the media and everyone, even our own people, have strived to attach us to that word and make us see that word as being somehow part of our identity, whether positive or negative. Maybe it's time we realize that to let a little idiot like Tan manipulate us and press our buttons, it's probably time to like kind of let go of that word.
I'm going to jump off so Kalam can come back in. I'm going to jump off so Kalam can come back in.
Guys, can I say can you hear me? Can I say something?
Go on.
So, okay, I've been listening to it, and obviously, as a white guy, my opinion is I will never say that word, because I know personally the attachment that word comes. Even the fact that I've spent all my life, I'm a massive hip hop attachment. I still skip that word when I'm rapping over songs because the way I see it, that word is powerful, and I kind of feel like I don't have the right to say it. But on the other side of the coin, I also see some people, like being Jewish as well. When I see footballers like go Yidami, to me that word is quite offensive. And
what does that word mean?
It's kind of like, it's when the Jews was like in the Holocaust, and Jews are called Yids, and it's like that word. And when I hear it, obviously I can't go up to a football fan and say, now you've offended me, because I know they're not saying it in a malicious way. But if they come up to me and say, oh, you're a Yid or blah, 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 then that offends me. But
do Jewish people speak Yiddish?
Yeah.
What's so offensive about Yid? I'm just asking. What is so offensive about that word? And am I even allowed to repeat it? Is it one of them words I shouldn't repeat? I've never really heard it like that.
It's one of them words that don't know the massive history, but it is an offensive word.
Why are you offended by a word you don't know the history of?
Because for me, I don't get offended, but my point is I still wouldn't say the N word because I know I personally don't have a right. So I don't think people should say that word if they're not, because I personally, even when I'm rapping, I'll skip that word, because even if I don't mean it in a way, I still don't feel like I have the right to say it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. All right. Let me get
so
things back.
Yeah. But you don't think Tan has the right to say it either?
No, I don't think he should. Like, if you're gonna bring up, say, if you're talking about something to do with that, say the N word. Don't say it. Say the N word. You know what I'm saying? Don't.
I just feel like use any word you want. This is the whole argument with freedom of speech. Use any word you want, but be prepared for people to react in any way they want.
Of course.
All right.
And that's it. So, I mean, can Tan say the N word? Yes. Should he say it? Maybe not for his personal safety, but that's up to him. You get me?
Do you know what?
That's up to him. But I just feel like the word is definitely racist. And I just feel like I just don't get how Tan is not being condemned for the word, but Mohammed Tawhid is getting condemned for saying that he thinks he's blacker than Kalam. I just don't get it.
Well, who's not condemning Tan?
Say that again?
Who's not condemning Tan?
Kalam for once. So Sarah said he doesn't think it was racist, which I think is absurd, being that Sarah was saying that Mohammed Tawhid was racist, trying to spin it to fuel his little war against his little back and forth war with Mohammed Tawhid. And it's like, I don't know, man. I'm just seeing some double standards out here,
weird double standards, man.
Some weird double standards. But yeah, man. Yeah, no. You're on my show. You said Mohammed Tawhid was racist. You said what he said was racist and racially charged. You said he's a clear racist. You know he's racist. It's normal, man. It's normal you said that, Sarah. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, let's go back.
There's not really much of a debate about this, though, is it? Get me.
Can I
your
say
mics,
something,
family.
please?
Hold on, Betty. All
He
right.
might have condemned him, but he just said in a message.
Hold on. Mute your mic.
You said I said Tan wasn't racist. No, you said what Tan said wasn't racist. It's in the chat. You just read it, bro. Sarah, you said what Tan said wasn't racist.
Yo, why is this mute button ain't working, fam? It's mad. I'm trying to mute everybody, but the mute button ain't working. Anyways, as I was saying, right? Let's get back some order. I'm gonna make sure that everybody knows the rules on Titans TV. We have 3 rules over here on Titans TV. Rule number 1 is to keep your mics muted at all times. Rule number 2 is to make sure, like when our Titans are speaking, especially now, it's our panel members. When they're speaking, please do not interrupt. Keep your mics muted. Respect their cipher. And rule number 3 is please no profanity and no swearing and so forth. Right? I'm completely aware that this is a very sensitive topic with sensitive issues with vulgar language that has already been played. But for the the usage of the show and for the kind of modus operandi of the show, please let's make sure we respect each other and the audience members. Now, I haven't actually heard Scattered Minds speak as of yet, right? So I would love to get Scattered Minds to speak, and everybody else, right, who is not black right now, okay, who is not black, I say right now, who's not black, could you please jump out? Can you please jump out? Because I want to get some black voices on here and I want them to vent their frustrations. Okay. This show is actually dedicated right now, in particular, to black people venting their frustrations before Tan actually come get on. A lot of people yesterday were saying, we didn't get enough black voices to really, get the diversity of the opinions out there. So I want to hear from black voices. So Sarah, the spot is open for you. So please jump in. Yeah, let's get it. So go ahead, Scott.
Yo, bless Kalam. Yeah, you can hear me, yeah? Calm. Yeah, so I'm saying, yeah, I was about to do a show myself. I got my brothers here. So I'm gonna quickly plug my thing, say everyone subscribe to Sky Mind Show, please. After this. But yeah, I was gonna say this whole Tan thing, that he's seen this brother recently, like 2 weeks ago when he first made his comeback, and I saw as soon as he came back that he's a troll in it. And when I saw all the people running towards him, I was like, they're playing it into his hands. What he said though, it definitely was racist. I think, I know it was definitely racist. He's definitely trying to be racist. That was his intention. That was his motivation. Whether I'm personally triggered by it, no, because I know he's a troll. It doesn't make no sense to be triggered by it. It don't make no sense that he's got so many views or that people are talking about him for so many days. And I guess I'm part of that, innit? But that's just how it goes. But yeah, Tan, it's beyond anything else. He was definitely being racist. But am I going to pay attention to him? Can he affect me? Can he do anything to me? No. He's nobody. He can't do nothing. He's just in the park shouting. And the more people stand around him and crowd around him and talk about him, the more power he really has to do anything, to be fair, innit? So it's all just a big hype for Tan, innit? And Tangoism and all that. And he's doing well, to be fair. My man's got mad views. He's got mad people. I don't know why the idiots play into it. There's so much more better, important discussions we could be having or be talking about than Tan and Tango. But shout out to him though, but he's definitely racist and I will condemn him on that. He made a couple good points, but like the brother said in the video, it's nothing the black people ain't heard before. Do you know what I mean? It's not like nothing that we ain't speaking about in our own community. So it's not like Tan said anything profound or new or anything for me to sit up and listen to. He was just recycling the same stuff he always recycles. Yeah, let me keep my language clean.
Yeah, keep it.
Our brothers want to jump in.
Yeah, just we used to about the IQ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, about the IQ thing, yeah. Yo, it's complete rubbish, isn't it? He doesn't have no idea what he's talking about. True say, yeah, I find it very funny that the very same people that fought against Nazi occupation or that are the very same people using their ideology this very day. The IQ test was invented by the Nazis. So it's if why using it? Because the same way they use it to make the Jews seem inhuman is the same way they're using the IQ test to make blacks seem inhuman, to back up their quote that blacks are aggressive and all this. So it's complete rubbish. He needs to check his facts, but it's arrogance plays into it, So even if he's wasted our time sitting down and explaining to him, at the end of the day his arrogance is through the roof, innit? So he won't even sit and listen. So arrogance and trolling, innit? But yeah, that's my young buck, bro. He's young, he got that knowledge, innit? So look out for him. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it back to you, lot.
All right. Let me just quickly do a quick promotions. All right, please, you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button to Scattered. Right here, over here on YouTube, Scattered Minds podcast. My brother, just before you do go, can I get you to, kind of tell everybody what your channel is about and, what you've done in the past, basically?
Okay, so I used to do a radio show back on a couple pirate radio stations. I won't shout them out here. I've been doing a podcast I've been trying to do a podcast for the past couple of months now. You see me down at Speaker's Corner. We really talk about politics, Pan-Africanism and black issues affecting the black community or the African community here in the UK. We try and give a platform for people to have more discussions about all those kinds of areas, really. And we're a nuanced show, so we're not really here to say anyone's right or wrong, just to try and get to a point, try to get to some understandings in it. So yeah, subscribe and listen. Every Wednesday we go live. Not today, car. Obviously this thing here has taken over, but I'm tuned into Titans TV tonight. But next week we'll be doing the lives on the Wednesday, and yeah, we just released a couple of videos from Speaker's Corner as well. Same kind of discussions, yeah.
Powerful. All right, can I get you guys here to do me a favor, right? Shahid, do me a favor just for a little while, because I need to get Sarah on the panel, right? So Shahid, just drop out real quickly, or fix up as well. Drop out real quickly. We are gonna get you back in again, right? Because I don't want to eject anybody. Sarah, come in straight away, all right? Because we need to get you on here. I'm gonna wait for Sarah to come in, and then we're gonna have Betty to view her, have her say. Come on, Sarah, man, what's good? Oh yeah, there is delay. 10-second delay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Still no Sarah. All right, Bay, talk to me, Queen.
Hello, everybody, and evening to everybody. Much love. I would just like to say that, you know, I don't normally agree with Jedi, but I agree with Jedi in the sense of why do we care about what one random man, some Chinese man that just flew in from nowhere, says about black people? Why we even care about him? What does he know about black people? He ain't even black. How many black people are in Malaysia? For him to fly over and start telling black people how to be black is a joke. This guy speaks broken English. He sure as hell didn't write no speech of 4 pages. The people that are writing that speech are the far right. He ain't nothing but a puppet for the far right. Yeah? So what he needs to do, Tan needs to stay in his lane. Yeah? That's what he needs to do. Man is just agent provocateur. So that's what I would say. What people need to do is stop caring about what this random man thinks about blackness. He don't know nothing about blackness. Let him go and help his little Chinese people in Malaysia before he come over here and tell us how to be black.
Whew. Shots fired. Shots fired. Okay, again, family, we are going to be closing the show early because we are going to try to get Tan on for roughly 9 p.m. Or we may actually just, get him on this particular show. But I think we should separate it. So I'm going to work it out in a little while. All right, so now we got Sarah. Sarah Garby is up in the building. Talk to me, King.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I want to do? I actually want to read what was actually said, because he's actually got his manifesto online. Yeah. So if you just allow me just 2 minutes, this is what it said. It says, nigga.
Hold on, before you start, right? I'm gonna just hold tight that, yeah. I'm not gonna continue unless I get up to 100 likes. Right now we have like 34 likes, right? And then 6 dislikes, not too bad, right? But we have over 360 people tuned in, all right? And I think that 34 likes to the ratio is not cutting it. So I'm not going to allow you to continue. I'm not going to allow the show to continue unless we get up to the 100 likes, okay? So I'm going to just wait until we get 100 likes, all right? And whilst we're waiting for the 100 likes, and so far we're still on 34. What's going on? Okay, 91 likes. I actually want to do some promotions right now. So we've already promoted Scattered Minds. I would also like to promote What Betty Wore until we get to the 100 likes. So What Betty Wore, talk to us. Tell us a little bit about your channel. Actually, stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Actually, go ahead. Do it.
I have 2 channels, What Betty Wore and Betty's Closet, and it's just all about me, generally. That's why I have a channel, and then discuss other issues in terms of people of African descent, whether they be in the diaspora, whether they be in Africa. And, everybody's welcome to my channel. I discuss human rights, gentrification, I campaign right now in relation to the cladding, in relation to Grenfell and stuff like that. So I'm always, interested in meeting with like-minded people. And I believe that all humans should have human rights and stuff like that. And I just like to promote the decade of people for African descent running from 2015 to 2014. And please join in with this decade of people of African descent due to systemic racism that they face. And do your event. So yeah, just come to my channel and show some love.
Perfect. All right. So now, on saying that, we now received 124 likes. So I'm going to let Sarah continue, and I might just ask more later on.
I'm going to read just a bit of it. Give me just 2 minutes. This is what he says. He says, nigga, effing nigga. So as in Nigga. This is literally on his manifesto. So I'm reading it straight off his manifesto online. You know why people always say black people have low IQ? Because it's true. If nigger is a racist word, which is mainly an American thing, but somehow black people go around the globe, is so effing angry that they have stopped everyone else from using it, but use it exclusively amongst themselves. If that's not an example of low IQ, I don't know what is. It's either we use the word collectively or stop using it entirely. It takes 2 to tango. You don't see me going around calling people chink because half the population of China can't even speak proper English, and they will probably think chink is an edible food. By the way, you know that kafir is much more common racial slur to black people in Africa, right? The reason why black gangs suck is because they lack business acumen. Just look at the Russian or the Italian crime syndicate operates. It's a lot more smarter because they're into business, not senseless killing. Now, you know why black on black crime is so crazy, because they are effing dumb, and yet you want to F the police. Another showcase of high intellect. Have you ever thought that maybe because most of you are big, black, tall, and love to wear hoodies at night, that it scares the shit out of people? None of you look like a nerd. You know why yellow people are invisible? Because we look like nerds. That's our superpower. Next time, try wearing pink or a Peppa Pig shirt and see if there will be police brutality. Now, that's just part of his thing, yeah? That's just part of his thing. Now, to me, Tan as can you not hear me? Right, have I gone out?
Now we can hear you, fam.
Oh, sorry. Now, in my view, yeah, Tan has failed at becoming comical. Do you get what I'm saying? Some people try to push comedy too far, yeah, and I actually believe that he failed in his comedic way to try and make a point. That's what I personally think. Do I condemn him saying the word nigger? I don't want anyone to say the word nigger. So yeah, I condemn him saying the word nigger. Like I said before, Jedi said that I said he wasn't racist. I said no, he used a racial slur. Do I know that Tan is a racist? I don't know that Tan is a racist. Yeah, but he definitely used racial slurs in an attempt, it seems, if you read the whole manifesto, to try and be funny to some degree or make some kind of point that maybe people missed. If I'm missing the point, so be it, or other people are missing the point, and so be it. But I think he tried to be funny, and it never worked, because it wasn't just him. It wasn't just black people who started talking about Jews and all other types of people, right? So people equate that to what Muhammad Tawi did. And for me, in my humble opinion, Muhammad Tawid, for me, Tan actually sat down to try and think of something, yeah, funny, attempted to, that it looks like, to try and think of something funny to try and make a point. Muhammad Tawid didn't do that. Muhammad Tawid was literally reactionary to someone who he had dislike for. So his reaction to somebody he had dislike for, which was Kalam, was to talk about his race. To me, it doesn't seem like Tan did that. It seemed like he sat down and tried and thought of something to make funny. Am I saying that he's not a racist? No, I don't know he's a racist. I know he used a racial slur, but I don't think it's the same as what Muhammad Tawid did, in my personal opinion. I think Muhammad Tawid was literally reacting to a black man in his face to try and dig him metaphorically in his side with something that he thought was going to get right under your skin. That's what I thought, anyway. Like I said, for me, hang on 1 second. All right, cool. Go on. Sorry. Yeah, I said for me, he failed. What was quite funny is him saying that yellow people are they've got their superpower, which is invisibility. It made me snigger, but it's not funny. So, like I'm saying, there was a comedic element that he attempted to try, failed in my opinion. He failed in my opinion, but he attempted to make a point. And I said, now I don't know what the point that he's trying to make is.
Attention, fam.
It could be that. It could just be that.
No.
But I don't know. So, like I said, I didn't find it funny. I wasn't watching the TV set, because the thing is, I haven't even watched the whole speech. I'm not gonna lie, I literally haven't watched it. I've just heard people speaking about it, and then someone posted the actual manifesto on my Twitter and decided to read it instead of listening to the video, because for me it was just a lot of shouting and heckling. So I wanted to read the manifesto for myself. So when I read it, I was like, okay, this guy's trying to make a point, but he's just. Maybe he's a master genius that I don't know about, but to me, I saw it and I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it.
I put it down to him being a master genius. And the reason why I put him down to being a master genius, we've got a full panel right now, 10 people, 10 individuals on this panel, over 378 people tuned in live right now. Yeah, like I'm there just watching beyond the surface stuff, and I'm just seeing what he's done. I'm like, yo,
nah, that's just to chat with you and get your opinion. This ain't for Tan, bruv.
Is that what you
Tan? I'm not
Exactly,
here for Tan.
yeah.
I ain't here
Exactly.
for Tan, you know. I'm here for the man them, have this conversation, and like, I'm not like, trust me, don't ever think it's for Tan. You never see me go
I
to
second
approach
that,
Tan.
yeah.
I've seen Tan so many times. I never attempt to have a conversation with him. If Tan's over there, I go over there. Tan can't come near me and try to come chat with me. Tan, like, you have to feed Tan. You have to give Tan energy for him to have any life. So for me, Tan don't get energy from me. This is the most I've ever said the brother's name. Like Sarah said, even sitting down to watch or listen to the whole speech is long. Reading the manifesto, I rate you, Sarah. Like, I ain't got time for that shit, bro. Sorry, pardon me, but since we're saying nigga, you get me? But yeah, I ain't got time for that, my brothers. Like, to be fair, and it's just common sense. This brother ain't relevant, fam. The conversation he starts and our reaction to it may be relevant amongst ourselves to dissect, but don't ever get this guy gassed and think he's the relevant. Not in my mind. I feel he's relevant to Muslims. There's a couple of black guys and whatever that seem to be, because he's anti-Muslim, they're like, oh yeah, go Tan, pom-poms and that. If that's what floats your boat, then I guess you like to see Muslims triggered and unintelligent conversations and arguments going on. Cool. Tan ain't never brought any kind of intellectual argument to anybody, bro. Like, never. His arguments are not intellectual. And the people he argues with are usually dimwits anyway. That's the truth. Anyone trying to enter a conversation with Tan or argument with Tan in Speaker's Corner, I don't know, man. I think you got to be a bit of a dimwit. You get me?
I think you would have got arrested because no one's talked about the two police on each of his sides.
Okay.
Yeah, like them Jakes were nodding, fam. We saw that. We saw that.
We're saying the Jakes is nodded.
It makes sense.
But what about the fact that, in terms of, like Jedi says, this guy ain't relevant. There are more things concerning black people, and then we want to talk about some side man, some Chinese man that just flew in. What Tan's gonna do is cause some ruckus, yeah, and then man's gonna jump on the plane and fly back to Malaysia. So you backing your hero, but he don't care about the ruckus that he's gonna cause.
All right, let me get you guys to mute your mics real quickly. I've got a quick announcement. Tan is actually trying to get into the show right now, actually. So that's going to be absolutely awesome. So I'm going to ask who is ready to actually give up their space so we can get Tan up in here. Let me know. Everybody's keeping their mouths quiet. Like, nah, to hell with Tan. No, I don't want to miss Tan. I want to make sure I give him my peace of my mind. Oh, man. See, nobody's dropped out yet, you know. The power of tangoism. That's what I'm gonna say. But anyways, you know what? Yeah, why I actually found it very ingenious, right? And I'm gonna, again, like, allow me in it. I'm waiting. I'm actually, I can't wait to read the comment section and read the held abuse and coons and all that great stuff, right? But what made it very interesting to me, like, I saw Tan as, an artist almost, or as a person who has a profound message to actually, well, profound to him. I'm not gonna say it was really profound at all, but the whole packaging, I actually appreciated it. Somebody who's actually studied marketing, and saw that whole marketing funnel, in operation. I'm there always just looking back and just applauding the things that Tan does. And it brings me back to, I made mention of this earlier on, actually. It was to do with a movie that I watched. It was called Departed. And that movie infuriated me. And it infuriated me in a positive way. And I actually would love to play this movie back to you so you can understand where I'm coming from. And for me, I was an outrage at Jack Nicholson. And I don't think most of us is the outrage at Jack Nicholson. We understood the context, we understood the meaning, we understood it was there to be provocative. So let me quickly play that and see what you guys have to say about it as well. Family, keep your mics muted, because you know what? I got that trigger finger, right? That itchy finger. So let's do this. Make sure it's not on like triple speed here. Yeah, I watch stuff. All right, here we go.
I don't product of my environment. I want my environment to be a product of me. Years ago, we had the church. That was only a way of saying we had each other. But now, I don't know. It's a funny thing. It put hate in your heart. The Knights of Columbus were real headbreakers, true guineas. They took over their piece of the city. 20 years after an Irishman couldn't get a fucking job, we had the presidency. May rest in peace. That's what the niggers don't realize. If I got one thing against the black chappies, it's this. No one gives it to you. You have to take it.
All right. Let me actually come out of that. Now, for me, when watching that, right, I found that hella, infuriating, hella offensive in terms of the N-word usage. And the message it had to give was, to me, it was a positive message. It was a message that, stuck with me for the rest of my life, to let me know, to say, constantly in, the vault of my mind, that I refuse to be a product of my environment. Rather, I want my environment to be a product of me. Right. And it was only because that the usage of the term nigger was so evocative, it stuck with me for so long. So I don't know, like for me, I put Tan in that same light, as he had a very, provocative, but yet a profound message delivered to the black community. Hence the reason why I don't find it, racist. Of course, he's utilizing a racial slur, but the same way I don't find Jack Nicholson a racist for utilizing a racial slur, I don't find Tan racist for utilizing a racial slur. But I want you guys to jump on me on that one and tell me why I'm wrong. Let's get it.
Hey, I just want to say one thing, and then I'll give up my spot and I'll leave. Kalam, you're very good at finessing your words, bro.
No, let the man go.
Repeat it to you countless times. It has nothing to do with Tan, right? Get rid of Tan. There'll be a million more Tans who will voice their opinions, make racial slurs against people, or all sorts of derogatory meanings. But the point here being, it becomes an issue when someone like yourself gives them a platform, right, and tries to back what he's doing, and you don't hold him up to the fire. You're comparing him to a movie about Jack Nicholson. If you know anything about that movie, they actually took it from an Asian movie called The Interpreter. There was 3 parts to it, and Jack Nicholson speaking like that, he doesn't only say niggers, he says guineas as well, right? It's to give you a feel of the setting at that time in that Boston city. So you saying I don't find them racial, just as I don't find Jack Nicholson racial, means it's absolutely stupid, sorry to say, man, right? You stop giving a voice to this guy, right? From what I understand, he's serving particular individuals' agenda, right? Certain people talking about, I read a manifesto and this and that. Like, then how did you reach a conclusion, right, to say that he's not racist if you haven't even watched the whole video? You're so quick to jump on Muslims or, other.
I can come to the. Yeah, mute your mic, please. I can come to the conclusion based upon the context and based upon the perceived impact on intention it was geared towards, or geared at. It wasn't done in a matter of hatred. It wasn't done in a matter of spitefulness. It was done, in my opinion, calculated to provoke a reaction for black people to start thinking. The same way he was saying that I would not call my people chinks, i.e. a racial slur. Why do you find it, apt for yourself to call yourself these racial slurs and think it's okay? It's either we don't use the word or we do use the word. So it was one for me, it was something that it was geared towards making black people really think and reflect. In my opinion, okay, this is only my interpretation. And that's why I say I'm open to be wrong, and I'm open to criticism, and I'm open to you guys, sharing your opinion. But please come with a very sound argument when you come up here on Titans TV. All right, let me open it up because we've got to get Tan on very soon. So let me go into Scattered Minds. And I know Scattered Minds is going to come with something that's hard body still. I'm kind of scared. Let's get it.
We'll see, Kalam. You know, I was just saying, like, I hear what you're saying, but with that Jack Nicholson's quote, yeah, like the brother was saying, I wouldn't even say it was a setting at the time. I would say that he's portraying a gangster, and like I watch a lot of them gangster movies and read a lot of their books, and a lot of them speak like this and they talk in this way, and they analyze, especially the Irish and the Italian, because they're immigrants and they see themselves as having a similar experience to black people. So when they're doing this and they're talking like this, I feel like I can understand where they're coming from, because they're saying, yo, we're pulling ourselves up and this is what we're doing, and for black people, this is why I think you lot should be doing the same thing. At the same time, I'd still say he ain't really got a place to be saying that, but I'm not going to get triggered or emotional about it. With Tan, though, profound, maybe he's got a profound point to him, like you say, to himself, but I can't really see it. He's just a troll in it, and I don't think he shouldn't be put him on a pedestal, you know, Kalam, car. He ain't got nothing to say that's actually that no one in the black community hasn't already said within the black community or to us. There's nobody, everything he said within his speech about black people or the black community, you can find somebody in the park who could say in probably a more coherent way that ain't gonna, I guess the only problem is like you're saying, he's a marketing genius because he's managed to say it in a way that's got 2 days of lives about him and mad views and all that. So
we live in the time of the troll, bro.
Yeah, we live in the time of the troll. We live in the time of the troll.
Everything.
But I don't know, I don't know Tan, you probably known him longer, but I don't see, when I see him in the park, I don't see somebody with intelligence or sense. I just see somebody who's just hyped off being like making people angry in it. And obviously, I think black people, it's not really gonna work with us. You didn't see black people running in the space or crowding them, but I think you're gonna see like you saw perhaps more the Muslim community do. I don't think he should be getting a pass or be getting seen or put on a pedestal like he's smart.
Yeah, can I chime in? Yeah, I wonder like that Jack Nicholson clip that man played was cute, but it's like Jack Nicholson speaking like that to your mother in person, or the character he was playing, walking into a bar or a club or a setting and speaking to your family like that. I feel like they would find that offensive, or speaking within earshot of you or your family. Me personally, I would have found that offensive, like because obviously it just is what it is. Truth or not, the truth can be offensive too, you know. But it's how you use that truth and how you throw that truth at other people, regardless of I don't know, offending or people's sensibilities. I just feel like then you must be prepared for whatever outcome. Secondly, Uncle Omar, when he was running around saying the N-word, like I personally posted that shit up and was like, this brother, I've always said this brother's racist. You get me? And I see people make a lot of excuses because he was Muslim, because he was a non-English speaker. Oh, he doesn't know what he's saying and he doesn't mean it like that, and he's just giving an example. And a lot of people seem to be giving examples with this word and they're just getting passes. And it is where it is. Like I said, anyone can use the word they want. But the mind behind it, using these derogatory terms deliberately to try and cause offense, regardless, you can't tell me that you don't have racist views. Like if you don't believe what you're saying, or you're saying black people have low IQ, that's racist. So even if the N-word ain't racist, saying black people got low IQ, that's racist. Can we agree to that?
I think we can agree to it. Unfortunately, I don't think, you know, again, please correct me if I'm wrong, all right? I don't think Tan said that black people do have low IQ. He said that white people or people say that, say that, black people, there you go. You know why people always say, I always thought he said white people, but he says here, do you know why? He says, you know why people always say black people have low IQ? Maybe, okay, and again, it's utilizing hypothetical language, maybe because it's true. If nigger is a racist word, which is mainly an American thing, but somehow black people around the globe is so effing angry that they stopped everyone else from using it, but used it exclusively among themselves. If that is not an example of low IQ, I don't know what is.
So then he's saying that we've got a low IQ and we don't have a low IQ. Him saying we stopped everyone from using it. We didn't stop everyone from using it. Jack Nicholson and Tan and Omar using it. We ain't stopped people. People use that shit. Bro, you just wanted to use that shit, Tan, to back your case and to cause further uproar You know, his controversy was running out. He needed something new. He's drawn for this. And like, yeah, fair dues. Like, man, them have bitten the hook. But that's all it is. It's the point.
I've
Can I
said
just say
I
something
can.
about in
Sorry,
relation
go on, Betty.
Also,
of
Go
the
on.
word?
everybody, please keep your mics muted, right? And you know how we do things on here, right? If you want to speak, okay, simply mute your mic and unmute your mic several times and let me know who wants to speak so I can line up the order. All right. So just do it like 3 times and I know. All right. So it's between Betty and Sarah. So before we do that, okay, I want to say that, you know, upon reading it, he doesn't say that, you know, black people are, you know, do have low IQ. He's saying that is a prime example of low IQ, right? A prime example of low IQ. And for me personally, I don't disagree with him. I agree with him. As, just like I made the example yesterday and today, it's like us saying, you know, the most vilest term that was utilized, you can be utilized towards another person is to say that that person is a rapist or that person is a murderer or that person is a thief. And then we now find it apt for ourselves to call ourselves in private, you know, thief, murderer, or rapist. But we're upset at other people using that term against us. It just shows like our nonsensical nature. If we think that is okay to happen, it's either we stop using the word amongst each other, full stop, or let the whole world use it, because it's so dumb of us as black people calling ourselves a nigger. Like why? I got my mom right here, right?
I agree. Still.
I'm even upset. Like my mom is sitting right here looking at me, and I'm upset even using the N word in front of her because I know the impact that word actually has. So, anyways, I found, you know, Tan's words to ring home to me. But anyways, let me go to Betty right now, and then Sarah. Go ahead.
Can I just talk in relation to this word nigger? It just seems that there's a lot of people, a considerable amount of people who are not black that want to use the word nigger. Everybody wants to be black until the police show up. Then nobody wants to be black. It seems like what you're getting is many white ignorant people moaning because they don't get to use the word nigger because deep down in their heart, they're racist. So they're waiting for a black person to use it so they can then say, oh, well, I want to use it. Yeah? But we're not going to play at being black. Yeah? The reality, when you're black, you're black. We ain't black part-time. Yeah? I'm not going to take no advice from Tan. Who is Tan to tell us what to say and how to be black? What has he contributed to the black community? The man's not been here more than 5 minutes. Why don't you go and help your own people in Malaysia? You talking about oppression, how the Muslims treated you in Malaysia. Why don't you go there? What do you know? What does Tam know about the black experience? There are many people of color and many white people who want to play at being black. They want to be black when the carnival's there. They want to be black for the music. But when it comes to the struggle for black people, then all these wiggers are nowhere to be seen.
Wigger, what's my mother name? Wigger, and who am I rolling with? All right, Sarah, let me get you in.
Sorry, I just have to shout out Betty for like resurrecting a word I hadn't heard in at least 10 years. Wigger. Shout out to Betty for that word there. On a different note, I've got videos from months back telling people that Tan was a troll. Yeah. I found him quite funny a few months back when he was trolling, but I always looked at him as a quote unquote troll nonetheless. I guess he's a little bit more of a thinker than your average troll, maybe. But, you know, he obviously came there on some troll type vibe. And I just think it's very interesting that, you know, like people are attempting to take him seriously because even when he threw the Quran on the floor, and I can't remember whose show was on, either yours or Jedi show, and I said, like, Tan literally feeds off this stuff. Like, he feeds off of that. So it's like, if you guys keep going over to him and giving him attention, like, he's now the one in the power position. What people don't know is, like, the one who's in the power position is the flame, and you're just a moth that's continuously going over to the flame. Like, if you know that that's a flame and you're a moth and you're just going to give it attention or be burnt by what you know is going to be said over there, then you don't really need to be over there. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I really think about that situation.
All right. Okay, again, remember to mute your mics and unmute your mics if you want to have your say. I'm checking right now. So far, we've got Ziriab, then we've got James, right? But before we do that, let me do some more promotions, right? And I've got a feeling I'm going to take 5 minutes unless you guys do something. So if you guys check out Tan Speaker's Corner, okay, Tan at Speaker's Corner, we've got it right here. This is literally, you know, the imagery he's got attached towards his speech, okay? And it's called the Effing Manifesto, and you know, Article 6 is the F nigger, or FNIGGA. Okay, so please go on there, check it out, and I want you guys to really dissect it, and you know, tell us what you think about the speech itself. Okay, leave your comments inside of the comment section. We are definitely you know, we'd love to hear what you guys got to say. But right now, as you can see, yeah, we've got 142 likes. Like, that's kind of like low. That's really low, right? We've got 429.30 people tuned in right now. And I want to know, can we make it up to 200 likes before we continue? I'm actually going to mute the mic. I'm going to mute the mic right now until you guys, you know, until you guys actually hit the like button. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait until we get to up to 200 likes, and then we'll continue. Should I ring Tan right now to let him know that we've got 1 minute before he has to come on? I don't know. I'm just going to wait still. There's only 162 likes. What did everybody have for dinner today? I just want to know. Anybody? Jedi? Jedi, I know you're in the kitchen. Jedi.
Plantain and spinach.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. 176 likes. Okay. Anyways, so has anybody as well share the link? Share the link. Have you not shared the link? Share the link. Okay. Nobody share the link. Okay. Cool. So we've got people here who are just here to be watching Titans TV and not really here to actually be supporting Titans TV. Okay. 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 I'll be here. All right. Okay. Bird is the word. Bird is the word. 180 likes still. Anyways, before I actually continue anymore, let me see who else can I actually support with any of their endeavors. So HKTH, Terry, please tell us about, you know, things going on in your life right now.
Things going on in my life? Nah, just the Black Eyes TV going on. More information. Got the Patar Awards on the 8th of December, giving back to the people of the community. There is a guy got Black History activity books. He's on the 7th of October in Birmingham. And my counterpart has just left the UK to get himself all the way to Texas, Houston, and he'll be bringing back a whole heap of footages from that side of the waters. So if you're interested in the Black paradigm, or just say what our people are doing and what they're up to around the globe, just tune in to Black Eyes TV 7. All one word.
Well, seeing as we're promoting right now, I'm gonna promote my West Africa tour that I'll be doing in January at a few universities on the west coast of Africa, about late January. And then currently myself, Big Bro, and a Doink Vision are working on a big project right about now. In the next couple of months, you lot are going to see it, and I think you guys are going to be very interested in it. So yeah, just stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, we got a Vegan Fest on the 27th and 28th in Gambia.
So nobody else is taking up the opportunity to promote themselves whilst we're waiting. Come on, man. Now this is, we got over.
Yeah, man. Let me big up the gang. Hit up Gang Unite TV on Instagram and on YouTube. Check us out. See what we're about. Follow Jedi online as well. That's my YouTube channel. And yeah, man. That's it. There's no hype. That's it, man. So yeah, Gang Unite TV on YouTube and Instagram. Jedi online on YouTube. And yeah, that's it, man. Follow up the thing, man.
That's what I'm talking about. It's all about giving back to the community. Right now, we've got so many eyeballs tuned in right now. and it would be a waste for us not to actually, support each other and actually show what true love is all about, right? True love is actually doing for self and doing for kind. So let's do this, right? I'm eating food right now because I'm waiting for you guys to just hit 4 more likes. Imagine that, just 4 more likes needed for us to actually continue. But as we're waiting for those 4 extra likes, I just want to quickly say, thank you guys for actually supporting Titans TV. Thank you guys for actually sharing the link and getting everybody in tune with the conversations that we're having and that we've been having. I'm actually going to go and actually get in contact with Tan momentarily, so you guys can continue the show kind of without me whilst I'm getting in contact with Tan. So thank you guys yet again for actually supporting. We've actually reached the 200 mark. We've got 203 likes right now. And it didn't take long. It didn't even take no money. If we was at church right now, actually, I'm saying it, but we actually got Simon James, right? Simon James has actually, hit the super chat button. Shouts out to Simon James. Let me quickly do that. Let's show the love real quickly. Shall we ban all the hate speech? Ooh, quickly. Shall we ban all the hate speech in the Quran? There's a massive list. Tan was critical of the Chinese eating dogs. Should we ban that in fear of odding China? Okay, awesome. So again, you guys, we've got all these people tuning in, right? And for those of you guys who are business-minded, okay, you've got all these eyeballs tuned in right now to Titans TV. If you wanted to promote yourself, you really could promote yourself, really cheap and really easy by simply either joining the panel or actually hitting the super chat button. But anyways, let me continue and get Ziriab. Oh no, Ziriab's gone. So let me get. Okay, Betty, hold tight because I'm pretty sure there's somebody else who wanted to speak before you. So who wanted to speak next?
I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go James, we're going to go Ziriab, we're going to go Ulrich. Go ahead.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really, I was just going to comment about, it's about Tan, innit? And I'm black in it. I don't feel offended at anything he says. I don't feel offended at any word from any words that anyone says because like it was said before, I think it gives them too much power. Like words do not have any effect on me. So I don't know why it's actually getting to anybody really. Like obviously Tan wants attention. You give him attention, he gets what he wants. It's as simple as that. Like this whole situation is not really like, I know Tan, I've seen him a bit and it's like, okay, yeah, he's just saying stuff. I don't think he's racist at all, to be honest. I don't sense any racism from him at all. Yeah, like that's it really.
All right. Okay, so we got a full panel. Ziriab, it's you next.
All right, so I just wanted to follow up on a point I made the other day regarding how Tan is basically like the mouthpiece for alt-right, far-right opinions. And seeing Asara's on the panel, I think it's only right that we shout out one of his teachers, Candace Owens. And Candace Owens basically personifies the shift within quote unquote the black community in America and
I'm sorry.
those who are involved in the internet.
Sorry to cut you, but did you say one of my teachers?
Yeah. So this is all about subject. It's all about the substance. So this person, Candace Owens,
Yeah, no, but you said
is
one of my
testament
teachers. Sorry,
and
I don't have any teacher called Candace
as I
Owens.
say, is a spokeswoman for the shift to alt-right positions within the quote unquote black community. And so, as I say, I feel like, say, someone like Tan is basically a mouthpiece in all that. This is social engineering 101. That's what it is, So yeah, as I say, the question is for black people moving to the right of the social or political paradigm. The question for you guys is, what is it that you guys are trying to conserve?
I just want to rebuttal that nonsense that you just spoke. I don't know Candace Owens, and she's not one of my teachers. So to start throwing some kind of propaganda campaign out there about myself doesn't make any sense to me. So please, could you not?
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do, okay, family. Tan is trying to get in right now. So You guys let me know. I'm gonna let the panel members let me know. What should I do? Should I start a new show? Okay. Or should we get you guys to jump off so Tan could come on and him being interviewed? Let me know.
What are you doing? You're creating like a little safe bubble for Tan, like a more security work.
Can I just do a shout out, please? Can I just say that on the 16th of September, I'm coming and I want to do a talk on women of African descent, because in the park, there's black men in the park who don't say anything about women of African descent or their achievements. So can I ask the sisters to come to the park on the 16th of September so we can have a speech and have a debate, please? Thank you.
Is there some CMOS for the mucus? Yo, yeah. Are you promoting Tan? Are you promoting Tan by giving him a platform? Are you promoting this guy by giving him a platform? Like, let me see. Is he getting more exposure through your show by giving him a platform? This is what I want to understand, because a lot of people ask me to do a show on Tan, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not gonna do a show on Tan. But here I am on a show about Tan. So what is this? Is this promoting Tan? Let him come in if he wants to come in. Why do you have to make all the black people leave? I don't get it.
Right now it's full. So he's been trying to get in for the last 10 minutes, but he's been incapable of getting in because it's been full. So we can either start a new show, or we can get people.
Someone's left. There you go.
All right. So what I'm going to do right now is, can I get a few more individuals to jump out just in case? Yo, you lot give up your spaces before I start ejecting, baby. All right, cool. All right, I think that's good enough. That's about good enough. All right, let me see if I can get Tan on here. So you lot keep speaking, even though it's gonna be muddled though. This ain't gonna be a nice, sweet show. But let's do this. Stay there. Let me get Tan in. Talk amongst yourselves though.
Jedi.
Yes, Ulrich. Wagwan.
Wagwan, bro. And what I was gonna say, yeah. What I was gonna say is, yeah, what gives us the right? I know it offends us. It offends me personally, yeah. But who owns words? Do you get what I mean? Like, who owns
No one owns words. Man, bro, like I said, man can say whatever he wants. All I'm saying,
it's just giving him oxygen.
Bro, man can say whatever he wants. One, we got the choice to listen or not. Two, one, people have the choice to listen or not. Two, people can react in any way that they want to. Now, some of these ways that they may react may be against the law and get them into problems. They have to understand the consequences of their actions, just like Tan may have to understand the consequences of his speech, or maybe not.
Do you think that having the right to free speech also gives people the right to react in the way they want to react?
No, I think there's two separate things, but you can't govern how people react. You can set laws and create kind of circumstances where people have their arms or their hands tied, but true freedom, if they want to react in any way, they're gonna. Like, do you know what I mean? You could tell someone you love them in the road and they could punch you, bro. Like, you get me? I'm not saying it's right, but they're gonna react the way they want to react in it.
I think the reaction process is how would you say, it's a self-discipline issue. Like, you can chuck all the words at me, but if I have no self-discipline to understand that there's consequences to my reaction, then I'm gonna be going wild. Do you know what I mean?
I hear that. It depends on what kind of life you want to live. I do hear that. Self-discipline in terms of, bruv, don't get provoked, don't get your buttons pressed. You gotta make decisions on how you react. It's up to you. I agree with you though. Self-discipline is definitely key.
Yeah. Because I think both people, the person.
Sorry. Let me just get you to just calm down real quickly. All right, I need you guys to jump out. What I need right now is Jedi, Sarah, Scattered Minds, and Black Hat Guy. Okay, these are the only 4 individuals I actually want on the panel for now. Okay, so everybody else, I'm gonna need you guys just to jump out real quickly. All right, Jordan, my brother, I love you, but please jump out. All right, Fix Up, I'm gonna need you to jump out. All right, HKTH, you know I love you, my brother, but just jump out real quickly. Ulrich, please jump out real quickly. I need all you guys to jump out.
Hey,
I ain't
yo,
going nowhere,
guys,
man.
can you hear me?
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, yeah.
I just wanted, I didn't want to take anyone's spot, yeah, just because like I've literally just come late to the party kind of thing. I just wanted to check that things are late available. I can come on later. Just let someone else take my spot for the time being, and I'll come on when appropriate.
Say that I need to speak to you. All right. So we got Fix Up. I need you to go, and Jordan, I need you to go. I know, but it's better. It's better that way. I apologize to you guys in advance, right? It's better that way. Before I actually eject you guys, and then you can't come back into this live chat again. So I'd rather give you the opportunity just to jump out voluntarily. And the reason why I'm having such a small panel is because this link is already been shared out. And it being shared out, I don't want Tan to come in and he, isn't able to come back in again because it's full. So we want to make sure we have small numbers as possible. And I also want to make sure that, certain individuals have been quite instrumental with this conversation as well. So I want to make sure that they're here as well. So right now we've actually got, we've got the Prophet, okay? We've got the Prophet Tan. He's in the building right now. All right, and I'm going to ask everybody on the panel to keep your mics muted. The only time, okay, I'm going to afford you guys the opportunity to speak is once we've conducted the interview and I've opened it up for questions. That's the only time, right? And at that moment in time, there's only going to be one question allowed per panel member. So let's get it. All right. So we got Tan, peace be upon him, in the building. Let's get it.
Hello,
Peace.
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, what's up, amiga?
Tan.
Soon? Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh man, see, it's so crazily different to hear Tan not at speaker's corner, not being amped up, not being hyped, and not actually exerting some mad passion and energy. So Tan, I'm gonna have to welcome you on your very first actual appearance on Titans TV. Are you ready? That's my first question to you. Are you ready for this?
I'm always ready. I'm just here to thank service to the great Chinese Empire. Your contribution will be greatly reviewed.
Okay, and I'm just going to quickly make sure. Okay, so let me just quickly ask Scared Minds, are you able to hear Tan okay? Because it sounded quite muffled on my end. So I just want to make sure.
Nah, it's not coming through.
It's mad.
It's mad.
Okay, so Tan, I want to make sure that you're in a perfect environment, okay? So an environment that has enough signal. If you're near to a Wi-Fi, please get to somewhere a bit closer to the Wi-Fi box so your signal is, the most strong. Because we need to hear what Tan, the Prophet, actually has to say. Yeah, buddy. So we waited. Hopefully Tan is actually near, Oh no, he's dropped out. He's dropped out. He's back again. All right. Perfect. Yes, perfect.
Now I'm gonna say again, what's up, my nigga?
All right. My brother. So this is what we're gonna do, right? Because a lot of people are, worked up, and I can see now you're in character right now. A lot of people are worked up. We're live, just to let you know.
What do you mean?
Live.
I'm a director. I'm always like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to. The first question I've got to ask you, right? Because we got over 500 people tuned in right now into the Church of Tan, right? And the question is, Tan, are you a racist?
Why do you ask such a stupid low IQ question? Of course, I'm a racist. If you go to tangle.church, the website, I've written that very clearly that I'm a racist. I'm the most racist person on earth. And people still going around asking, are you a racist? And people are always screaming at me, you are racist, you're racist. It's like you're going to the zoo, you see a monkey and they say, there's a monkey there, there's a monkey there. I just told everyone I'm a racist and you still try to shout Tan is a racist. I say I'm racist, nobody believe me. I say I'm Hitler, nobody believe me. This is why. Why are you all so dumb and stupid? I call myself Hitler. Nobody believe me. I'm Hitler. I say I'm racist. Nobody believe I'm a racist until now. And then all of a sudden they say, Tan is racist. Tan is racist. Of course I'm racist. Yes.
All right. That's the first question. Listen, I don't even know how to conduct this interview yet because I'm out here just bending up in laughter, right? disagree with you. Hey, yo, Sarah. Yeah.
Sorry.
You're much more poised than myself.
Sorry.
So I'm
Is
gonna
anyone? Sorry. Like I can't even take that. I can't even take that seriously. On the real. Like
What do you mean you can't take this seriously? I
Tan's
mean,
going in full kamikaze mode, like straight from the bat. Like Tan's going kamikaze. Right, Tan, listen. Okay. It seems like to me, yeah. This is what it seems like. I could be wrong. It seems like you are playing a character. That's what it seems like to me. I've done acting before in my life. Do you know what I mean? And it seems like you're actually playing a character to me.
oh, trust me, I'm not acting. Trust me. I am really racist. I'm really Hitler. I'm everything. So just go to Tangle.church. How many of you actually visit my website, Tangle.church, and actually read through the things I wrote? And just look at the it's a fucking Negro house Negroes. Like I just enslaved so many black people in my Tangle church. I mean, how do you explain that? I am really racist.
So who do you like then? That would be my question. You don't like, it seems like you don't like a lot of people. Who do you like?
What do you mean? Like I'm not here to make friends or foe. I don't have any friends or foe. I'm here to fix a problem. I'm here to do my job, and that's all it is. If you want to be unbeatable in life, there's no friend or foe. As I was walking down the street the other day, a Muslim recognized me and he was asking me, who is my favorite nemesis or foe? As because Con, I said, what? I don't have any foe. I'm the best in the world. So there's no foe. It's just a goal where I want to go, my destination. That's all it is. It's like I want to go to, for example, London Bridge today. There's nothing that can stop me. So if I want to go there, I'll definitely get there. So there's no obstacle. Anyone who's standing my way, I'll say fuck off. I'll just try different methods. I could go by tube, I could be walking, I could be taking a bus, taxi, and so on and on. So there's no such thing as friend or foe in my view.
All right. So this what I want to do actually before we continue is for those of you guys who haven't actually been on Tan's website, I've got it here right now. Okay, tango.church, right? Tango.church. And right here you can find everything about Tango's or Tangoism that he has actually published so far. So quickly just have a look through, the vision. I'm going to quickly read it out for you. A better future where life is a sitcom and religion is a joke. The invention of religion is supposed to bring us peace and harmony, but very often it brought the contrary, causing immense human suffering, as proven throughout our human history. As much as how some of us wish that religion had never existed, but the unfortunate truth is you can never destroy religion. It is part of the human condition, wanting to believe in something to fall back on, to seek out the meaning of life. For this very reason, the next best course of action is to upgrade religions by turning them into comedy. A great comedy is an art, and there is no democracy in a truly great art. Tango is one of those art, and it is the only way we can help the world. Any old world religions which hates on other religions, races, or idolater will be obliterated by Tango. No, this is not a paradox. It is a fail-safe design embedded within Tangoism. We create our own realities. Do you want it to be a joke or real? Oh man. All right. So when you lot have a chance, okay, please go and check out Tangoism. Go check out his website online and see what he's truly about. Okay. But let me get back into this right now. Maybe
you can jump to the team so you can see that I've written there myself. I'm a racist. Maybe you can quickly jump to team.
Team. All right. So we're gonna go to team. Let me know if we've gone past the about why, who, where, how. Team. I'm still trying to look for team,
At the bottom, just scroll down.
All right. Tangoism, unser Kampf. You can disagree with peace be upon him Tan completely, but still remain part of Tango. Tango is big enough for everyone except Islam. We celebrate our differences, but we shared a common goal, which is to appreciate life and fight against religious zealots, wherever they may be. This is the beauty of Tango. Remember, there is no left way, there is no wrong way, only the Tango way. All right, let's see. Where is the racism? Where is the racism?
My profile.
There we go. All right, Tan, prophet of Tango and CEO of COE. Oh, sugar. Oh no. All right. Peace be upon him. The most racist and politically incorrect person on earth.
Was that
To be
Tango's nigga and owner of COE?
Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy.
I
Uh-oh.
enslave a lot of black people in Tango. I mean, nobody listened to me. I say I enslave a lot of black people in Tango.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know, it's
Anyway,
right there.
Anyway,
It's
so
right.
what is the point of this? What is the entertainment in this Titan? Like obviously, boom, you lot said he's not racist. He said he's racist. You still, Sarah said he's not racist. He said he's racist. What is it we're getting out of putting up this guy? You told me I can't swear. We're gone on his site. My man's talking about nigga this, nigga that. Like, what is it that we as people are trying to achieve by holding a forum with this individual? What is it that we need? What does it bring to us?
Firstly, I mean, you have not even let Kalam finish the whole thing and just jump to the conclusion and stop the whole conversation. And secondly, what does it bring to you? Is that's the conclusion I get from yesterday's live stream. Is that it seems like we are still going to use the word nigger. Like I said, it's either you use it positively or you
I have
stop
to
using it
jump in
entirely.
here
So
because I'm sorry.
the
Are
conclusion
we?
from yesterday's live stream, it seems like we're still going to use nigger. And we're going to still use it. That's why I say, what's up, my nigger?
This is what I'm gonna say, okay? I haven't given any of you guys any permissions to unmute your mics. I quite clearly said at the beginning of the show, right? It's just me and Tan. The only time I'm gonna give you guys the permission to speak is when I invite you guys to speak. So unless you know me already, my trigger finger, baby, I got that trigger finger just itching, just to spray it off. Okay, no homo. All right. So let's go back into Tangoism and let's finish this off. And then I'll invite later on some questions. So anyways, just to finish off, the most racist and politically incorrect person on earth. To be politically correct is to be a politician. To be a politician is to be all talk and no substance. Actions speak louder than words. If we keep talking about the problems and dance around it, but not act on it, what is the bloody use of democracy? Brexit has then turned into Bollywood. Do more, talk less. We have won the debate. Now is the time to act. All right. All right. And over here we got, you know, COE, baby. COE is all involved. It's called Chink Over Everything, renamed by Tan. All right. So let's get into this now. So Tan, you know, you did a long, hour-long speech yesterday. You read out from your manifesto, and you know everybody is kind of riled up, especially not too much with anything else, but of your usage of the term nigger and saying F nigger, nigger, F nigger, okay, or effing nigger. I wanted to know what was your purpose and intention by actually, adding that to your article of your manifesto.
So the intention was to show that I'm racist. So I use all the racial slur. Everyone has any racial slur possible on everyone. So to show that I'm really racist. So that's the whole intention. And my manifesto was done on Sunday, and I think it's really good, a very good manifesto. And that's just the beginning. I mean, wait till you see when it comes the next Sunday when it doesn't rain. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Trust me.
Awesome. And, you know, was your intention to be offensive by using the N-word?
What do you mean offensive? Like if you read my just now, if you read on the website, there's no left way, there's no wrong way, only the Tango way. So when there's only one truth, there's no such thing as offensive or racist or whatever terms. It's all just meaningless. There's only one way of seeing things. We are all one. There's only one view. So when everything is one, when everything is one, there's no number two, there's no number three. It's just one. So when in that sense, it's nothing or something. There's just no such thing as racist or not.
And do you understand that you, infuriated a lot of people, regardless of color, complexion, ethnicity, or race?
I know. I even fucked a Jew, man. I even fucked the Jew. The most difficult thing I tackle. Everyone's like so afraid to touch the Jew. I'm like, fuck you, Jew. Fuck yourself. And now nigga, I'm gonna fuck nigga as well. And this is, like I said, this is just the beginning. This Sunday, if it doesn't rain, I'm gonna come down the speaker's corner. I'm gonna have a challenge to gang. I'm gonna destroy gang. I'm gonna destroy Rajiv. When I say gang, I mean Gang. You can all surround me. I don't give a shit. You can touch one, touch two. You can keep homo the touch. Keep touching each other. I challenge you.
Hey, yo, family, yeah, fam. Listen, I'm gonna be out. You lot, this man's a new Sacha Baron Cohen. You know, I'm not about to be on a panel and be trolled by this youth. So you lot continue. I'm gone.
Escalate too quickly.
All
Just
right.
look at my picture, man.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
not
have
gonna
a
lie.
Hitler's picture on my profile.
I kind of agree with that. Sorry, fam. I'm gonna bounce as well, fam. This is a joke.
I mean,
And then we was having some.
you've not even,
Anyway, big
you've
up.
not
Anyway,
even
big up.
listened to my
Big up,
prophecy.
everyone.
I'm a fucking prophet. Did you not? Have you watched my prophecy on Star Trek? Everything was written there. I'm coming for you, gang, and all the black nigger communities, whatever that shit. It's all in my prophecy. My prophecy keep coming true over and over again. I perform miracle after miracle, and still nobody fucking believe me. I told you I'm the fucking Hitler, and still nobody believe me.
Now,
Yeah.
It's
Sorry.
dead. It's gone too far.
Calm, chill. Chill. It's not even that bad, fam, man. He's a trolling, like I said at the beginning. He's just trolling, bro, and like he's got people triggered. But like I was saying though, like I was saying, he said he's a racist though, Kalam. So you know he's a racist. It is what it is though. So you can't really defend him no more. No, sorry, even no one can really defend him no more. He's a troll. He's a racist. Let's not give him no more. I'm a cow and go on.
Buddha. Hold on. I need to meet you out though. Like again.
I did hear what Buddha said yesterday. I mean, I met Buddha on and then on the live stream you also said that you want to challenge me or something like that when you meet me again. So feel free to invite me for coffee. I'm just living nearby to you, I suppose. I met you a second time as well. Yeah. There's a nice place. There's a nice place around here with the African breakfast next to yeah, they call it the full African breakfast next to the full English breakfast. We can go there if you want.
All right, perfect. So you know, what I'm going to keep reiterating is this, yeah. Please keep your mics on mute, right? This is, you know, on here. This is literally a practice of having self-control. That is what it is right now. It's a practice of having self-control, jumping into my lane and becoming like a moderator for your own self, and you know, keeping your emotions to yourself, for now, until I've given you guys permission to speak, right? What I've got right now is actually a special guest, okay, who's calling in, right? And I'm gonna let my special guest come in right now because I feel so honored to actually have him on right now, and I'm gonna give him the leeway to actually speak. And let's just see if you can spot his voice. All right, go ahead. You're free to speak now.
Firstly, Callum, congratulations on possibly the most entertaining show that I think I've ever watched. I don't think I've laughed so much, more particularly because of Sarah Garden's comments as opposed to anyone else. I mean, I've been listening to Tan and I've talked to Tan, and I know you're trying to get to the bottom of what Tan is trying to do, but I genuinely don't think Tan knows what he's trying to do. I think it's a combination of satire meets emotional trauma, and he's still working himself out, let alone anything else, through whatever it is in the past that has sent him on this particular toxic trajectory. And I would say to you, Tan, that going out of your way to offend everyone, maybe in your mind part of some grand strategy of legitimizing critique of Islam, because if you offend everybody, then no one can accuse you of Islamophobia, and you can say what you want about Islam. But at the end of the day, bro, whenever you appear, you always appear to be someone who's been consumed by hatred, and that ain't gonna get you anywhere, mate, except a path to self-destruction ultimately. You know, when all this hatred has been burned up, you know, what are you gonna have at the end of this day? You're just damaging yourself, and you're unnecessarily offending people for pointless. You are going out of your way to offend everyone. You have that right, of course. In a liberal democracy, you should have that right. You should have the right to be offensive. Except that we don't live in that kind of democracy anymore. You've probably broken quite a few laws, to be fair, just in your appearance on this program. And, you know, you've left yourself widely exposed for all kinds of legal complaint. Bro, you're just on a path to self-destruction, and I know that my words are going to fall on hard ground. But for what it is worth, I will say publicly, you've got to change your heart, mate. Like, challenge Islam, yes, but don't confuse the sinner.
I'm sorry. I know you said keep my mic on mute, but I gotta go now. Kalam, safe for having me on, bro. Like, brother, stop trying to explain anything to this brother. He doesn't care. Don't try and explain nothing to him. Just didn't you talk for a minute, bro? Don't try and explain. He doesn't care. It's a waste of time. But bless, peace for having me. Sorry, I got a cut. Thanks. One.
Continue.
All right, continue, and then I'll cut off and let everyone else get back to talking.
Go ahead.
Only a minute longer. It basically, Tan. I mean, is Tan still there?
Yes, he's there.
Yeah, Tan. Like there is a distinction between the sin that you're trying to challenge and the sinners that are caught up in it, and you're confusing the two things. And if you can't separate them in your mind, then you become as bad as the problem you're trying to solve.
Bob the Builder?
Yeah.
It is?
So finally, I know that you're
Are you Bob the Builder?
Yeah, sorry, Bob. But 1 second, he just wanted to confirm that you are Bob the Builder.
Yes.
I'm so good at this. I'm a prophet, man.
Yeah, I think that's
He said, I'm so good at this, I'm a prophet.
Yeah, no, you're emotionally traumatized and possibly getting lost in your own illusions. And it's not healthy. It's not healthy to see. I worry for your mental health. I actually am concerned that you are not quite in touch with reality. And even though you offend me with your Hitler picture, which is obviously in the style of the Christian church with the figure of a saint, bearing in mind that as a European, Hitler is one of the most hated figures in European history. You know, you could offend me, but I'm still trying to reach out to you, regardless of how hard-hearted you are and how stiff-willed, because
I don't think you're reaching out to me. I think you're sending a message to the black community, but I do appreciate you speaking up. And I know you believe in my prophecy as well. You are the first one that heard about my Star Trek prophecy. You are the pioneer, the first one. So I don't think you're sending a message to me. You're sending the message to everyone else. Like I said, I did compliment you being the man of principle.
All right. So let me
Anyway,
all right.
I'll get off now. Thank you very much for everyone's patience and have a good night. But by giving this guy attention, Callum, you're just applauding him on his path to self-destruction, and I don't think anyone's helping him by giving him attention.
Okay. All right.
You should look at Tan as someone who's ill.
Okay. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bob, for your commentary. All right. Let's get back into this. Bye-bye. All right, let's get back into this. Okay, so everybody, yeah, make sure you keep your mics muted. We're not actually gonna invite any other conversations right now. So yes, Tan, you know, you're definitely a very provocative figure at Speaker's Corner. I'm quite interested as to what actually brought you down to Speaker's Corner itself.
Frankly speaking, it was nothing was planned. It was just I started this whole thing by like I want to fix this problem. And I never knew Speaker's Corner exists until I talked to a lot of people, random strangers. And then I learned about this place and I just went there and then first day. And then I found out about this injustice from the Muslim against non-Muslim. And that's how everything started. It's like, if you want to do something, you just do it. And then you just go along the way, figure something out on the way, improvise, plan and improvise something, sometimes unplanned. You know, it's just, you want to do this, you got to give it all in, you know. So like you have to work truly with your full heart commitment and everything. If you truly want to fix this problem, there's no like half-ass commitment.
Definitely. And I think everybody, you know, has kind of wondered what is like Tan's backstory. You know, like, was there, you know, correct
For
me.
example, sorry to cut you off. Just for example, like in the beginning of this live stream, I already do the Thanos things. Like a lot of people just disappear. I am the Thanos from the Marvel superheroes movie. Just look at all the people disappearing.
Right. So yeah, a lot of people have wondered like your backstory. What is Tan's origin story? What is his genesis? You know, correct me if I'm wrong. Do you come from Malaysia, China? What country do you belong?
I come from Malaysia. Come from Malaysia. I'm like second or third generation of Chinese heritage. So yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So, you know, a
Yeah.
lot of people kind of like, you know, come up with their own ideas as to whether, something drastic actually happened to you in your own country. You know, did you witness some form of brutality? Were you traumatized by, it seems that your actual, how can I put it, crusade was against Muslims and Islam. So, you know, tell us, did something happen in Malaysia that opened your eyes or awakened you to something for you to be this social justice warrior?
What, you call me social justice warrior? Fuck you, man. No, hell no, I'm not social justice warrior. And secondly, there was nothing brutal that actually happened to me. Of course, there are something negative happened to me because I do feel oppressed in the sense that of freedom of speech and freedom of thought and everything. But it's more like I'm not trying to promote myself. I do have a very sensitive, how do I say, empathy, or yeah, I can feel a lot of things that happen around me, and of course, I've been going through something that I'm not happy with things that happen around me, and I'm not happy with myself, and everything just come together. And I decided that I need to do something about this. So I actually told, if you subscribe to another channel, I'm not trying to promote another channel, but there's one interview called with another person from the channel called Fox City Mitch. Maybe I'll drop a link later. Where they actually have an exclusive interview with me like 2 days ago. I told them about the rise of Fourth Right. This is it, and how all of this started. And what else wanted to say? So yeah, basically I want to fix the world so I can fix myself. When I fix myself, I can also fix the world. It's like a two-way thing. So that's the philosophy of Tango too. It's like some things imply nothing, or nothing implies something. One cannot exist without the other. So if you can't fix yourself, you can't fix the world. And if you can't fix the world, you can't fix yourself. That's the philosophy behind it, and that's why I do it. It's nothing to do with social justice warrior. I don't give a shit about things like that. I mean, if I have to sacrifice Tommy Robinson, I will do it if I can get my goal done. Like I said, I don't have friend or foe, only the goal, only getting the job done.
I love that. Like, you really do, you come out with these, grand words of wisdom, coming from this Orientalist philosophy. I think a lot of that what you just said there's a lot of it is coming from like Confucius. On
No,
these
man,
four.
it's not kung fu. Maybe I think it's getting too serious. So maybe you can show a video of I mean, this is the message to the Black community now. It's like for the good one, the high IQ one. If you join Tango, I will teach you kung fu. If you don't, you will go into the database. What I mean, I'm teaching you kung fu is like I'm going to teach you how to pick up a jacket. If anyone watched the Karate Kids 2, maybe you can go YouTube Karate Kids 2. Everything is kung fu. Just maybe we should watch that just to tone down the seriousness, the Hitler of the Nazi, the uprising of Nazi and shit like that. Maybe you can watch the video just to chill a little bit. YouTube Karate Kid 2. Everything is kung fu.
All right.
So kung fu, man. If you join Tango, I'm gonna teach you kung fu, and kung fu means skill. It has nothing to do with martial arts.
Okay. So also, you seem okay. Can I get you guys to stop unmuting your mic and mute your mic, please? Okay, because I'm not receiving any questions for now. So it seems as also that you kind of embody, the limits or the boundaries of free speech and freedom of expression. Would you say that's a fair appraisal of yourself, and that you're constantly there to make sure that this unfolds, or you're pushing the boundaries as much as possible?
Like I say, I don't give a I mean, before I do this, I don't give a shit what's around me and what's happening around me. I really just want to get on my life, but there's too much noise and too much noise and too much noise. I just have to shut all the noise down. So anyone who stands between me and the truth, I'm gonna fuck you up. So it has nothing to do with freedom of speech. Of course, to get to the truth, freedom of speech is part of the tool. So I'm utilizing that freedom of speech to get to my truth. So anyone who stands between me and the truth, get fucked in the ass.
And what would you say is your truth?
I'm seeking the truth.
What is your truth?
I am seeking that at the moment.
You're seeking it. So would you say you're seeking it or speaking it?
Seeking, SEEKING, seeking.
Okay. So you're still on your path, still on your mission. And could you, sprinkle some of those, the wisdoms on truths that you've actually encountered so far in your journey?
Everything's illusion. Everything in life is an illusion, and you just have to just go with it. You have a choice of either you live with it or you don't. And Yeah, if everything is illusion, you can be anything, you know. You just have to have the will, and what are you willing to sacrifice to get to the truth? Because nothing in life comes free. You have to work for it.
And what would you say that you've sacrificed so far, apart from the pains of getting tattoos and the pains of actually being ambushed and beaten upon?
Why do you think I get tattooed? Because I want to suffer the pain. Maybe I don't want to look like a nerd. I have been saying all the yellow people look like nerds. I can't look like nerds. I mean, if I want to do my things, I have to look a bit more vicious, angry, or you know, intimidating. I can't look like a nerd, right? If I wear a specs with a nerd and then I pull my socks really high, people don't look at me. They don't take me seriously, man. I have to look tough.
Indeed, and you had to go through some pain just to get that imagery just right for yourself.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to teach the black community. You want to learn kung fu? It's just hard work. It's nothing to do with like just sit there and hope that all the skill will come to you. You have to learn the hard way. Just like getting tattooed, you always have to pay for something. Everything in life you have to work for it. Nothing is free in life. Nothing is free in life. Nobody owes anyone anything. We just have to work for it. Make it work. We have to make it work. If you want a tattoo, you have to make it work. How do you make it work? Keep hustling, you know.
Indeed. Do you think that black people are truly low IQ individuals as a whole, or do you think that there's just certain individuals or members of the black community that are low IQ?
Of course I do, man. I mean, at first I was just saying maybe, and then after yesterday you put on the live stream. It's like that you should rename the live stream yesterday to the reason why Haiti is a shithole country. Just look at the people there. From beginning, there was a little bit of like different opinion, and then at the end of the session, it turns into like an echo chamber of our low IQ people. No wonder the Haiti. Look at all the black country run by black communities. Just shithole countries. Why? There must be a reason to that. Just look at yesterday's live stream, and don't take my word for it. I dare any rich Muslim or black people to put the money where the mouth is and pay those people in the live stream yesterday to start a business. I can guarantee you, every business started by these people yesterday was gonna go bankrupt or fail. They're fucking dumb, man. It's like they're dumb. They're still proud and put it on public display. They don't even know they're dumb. Oh my god! No wonder they're low IQ. They're really low IQ, man. Just look at yesterday's live stream.
All right. And again, I'm going to warn you guys that we're not actually accepting any questions at present. Okay, it's an interview between me and Tan, and if you do choose to mute your mic, I shall choose to use my discretionary finger to eject you. So either hold your patience or prove yourself to have low IQ. Question actually for you. You know, a lot of people wanted to ask you this question. Do you think that Kalam, myself, has low IQ?
Like I said, I only hire high IQ black nigger. If you're low IQ, what would I let you join Tango?
Oh man!
I hire black muscle. Like I said, in Tango, security are not provided by black people. Security in Tango are provided by Gandalf. If you go to, it's provided by Jack Bauer Security. Just go to bowersecurity.co.uk. BAUER security.co.uk. That is the company that will provide security for Tango. I don't hire low IQ people in Tango. There's no place for low IQ nigger in Tango.
Awesome. So also, it seems as though that you're getting a lot of how can I put it, publicity. A lot of people are coming to you. You know, we would all like to know, like, is Tango finally being sponsored? You know, is for Britain or Britain's First finally paying your wages and making sure that you are staying in this country to deliver your message for them?
I'm not going to answer that if nobody bothered to read my manifesto. You know, it's all in the manifesto. It's all in the manifesto. Why people still ask me how do I get my money and funding and so on? It's like I put everything in the manifesto and people still don't read it. It's like, fuck you, man. Fuck everyone. I don't care. I don't give a shit. To me, now I'm gonna get to my truth. Anyone standing in my way, you get fucked.
All right, Tan. All right, you know, I'm going to do this now, okay? Because it seems though a lot of people definitely want to get involved. They definitely want to ask you a question, right? And what I'm going to say to you guys is this. Okay? I'm not actually here for you guys to have a back and forth with Tan or try to slander Tan or to do any form of madness, right? I'm actually going to invite you guys to have one question for Tan, okay? One question and one question alone. And I'm going to choose the individuals to pose that question. So right now we've got the black hat guy, okay? If I can get you in, I believe that's Rajiv. Okay, if you could unmute your mic, and we're only going to allow 15 seconds of question making. So go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Can hear you.
That's brilliant. My question is not to Tan. My question is to yourself, Callum.
Go ahead.
And my question is, when did views become more important in human lives?
Okay, thank you. I'm going to mute you out now since that was your question. So, as anybody
like I said, Rajiv, you're no match to me. I warned you on the other live stream. Don't stand in my way. You stand in my way, I fuck you up. You're destroyed. You'll be destroyed. You think you wear the black hat, you're really smart. Bleach creek is coming. Bleach. And when I say bleach, it has nothing to do with skin or sex.
Would you like me to answer that?
Sure.
No. Thank you.
Oh, the
All right.
boss said no. The boss said no. Then no.
All right. So now we've got Buddha. All right. So Buddha, go ahead.
Namaste. I would prefer a breakfast. Yes. Thank you for the support. Thank you very much.
All right. Gabs, medicine man, are you there?
Oh, yo, what's happening?
We're there, man. We're having fun right now. We're asking Tan questions. So we're giving him the opportunity of the audience to actually pose, what's been burning in your mind to actually ask Tan. Let us know. What's your question for Tan?
Okay. What's happening, Tan? You good, yeah?
I am good, man.
You good? All right, cool. Now, my question is just simple. I just want to know, are you a racist towards black people? That's my question.
Come on, I already answered that. You're not listening. But I noticed Gaps always join a live stream and they say, "What's up? What's happening?" Oh, he always late. He never listened to the earlier conversation.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm coming too late, man. The question been answered, yeah?
Kind of. I'm racist. I'm a racist. It's on the web. It's on my website. I'm racist to everyone. It's not just black. I'm racist to everyone.
Okay. Racist to everyone. Okay.
It's on my website, Tangle.church. You just go to the team. I written there. I'm the most racist person on earth, and I enslaved a lot of nigger on my Tango as well. So there's a lot of nigger in Tango. It's a Negro house.
Okay. Cool. All right, cool.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to go along as well. So we got Mohib. Let's see. I hope your speakers is fixed. Otherwise, I'm going to have to kick you out. So make sure that you're ready for this. All right. Since you're not ready, I'm going to get Muad. Okay, Mohib, go on. Have you got a question for Tan? Okay, fine. Your mic has been unmuted, but I can't see you speaking. All right. So I'm going to go to Muad right now. Did you have a question for Tan? Mohib, are you ready? Mohib. Hey, brother. Like, I'm itching to just eject, so I'm going to give you 5 seconds to say something. 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't hear you, G. So yeah, I'm gonna have to eject you. I apologize, my G. I know you're trying, but I gotta eject you. Actually, just eject yourself and come back in later on, because at least that way you get to come back in. If I eject you now, you don't get to come back in. Go ahead. All right. Let me move over now to Ulrich.
Tan, since you are a proud racist, would you be in favor of exterminating anybody that stands against free speech, including Muslims, including blacks, and including Jews?
Can you repeat the question again? I don't quite understand it. Would
I said, since you are a proud racist, would you be in favor of exterminating in mass numbers anyone that would stand against free speech, i.e.,
So
Muslims,
are you trying to
i.e.,
say I'm gonna
blacks.
gas them or what? Is that what you're trying to pin on me?
No, I'm saying that if you had your way, would you?
Like I said, I'm Thanos. You know Thanos?
You didn't answer the question though.
I do this. This is all I do. That's the only answer you're gonna get. I do this, something happened. I perform miracle, something happened.
So you would.
Dharma, you know the Dharma wheel in the Buddhist philosophy? And I do Thanos thing. That's all I do. That's all I can tell you.
All right.
There's only one truth.
Thank you, Ulrich. All right. Witness the speaker's corner. Witness, are you there? Witness. If you cannot speak, I'm going to have to eject you. I'll give you 5 seconds. And
hello, can you hear me?
Cannot speak, I'm going to have to eject you. Go ahead. Did you have a question for Tan? Do you have a question for Tan?
Yes, I do. Can you hear me though?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Can you hear me though? Oh yeah, you can. Sorry. Tan, pleasure to hear you. You stated that you are a racist. I'm just curious. If you are a racist, as you have stated, why did you propose to a white woman called Lucy, or do you only choose to be racist towards black people and not white people?
What makes you think I can marry Lucy while still being racist to white people? What makes you think I can marry Lucy while still being racist to white people?
Okay, so your racism, so you still racially hate her,
Like I
even
said,
though you want to marry her.
this
I
Sunday,
see.
I'm going to tell
All
you
right.
why I'm the racist, why I'm the next Ariane.
Sorry, Tan. Could you get you to repeat that again? His speakers was echoing.
Stay tuned for this Sunday. I'm going to explain to you why I'm the next Ariane.
All right. So, guys, we've got a big Sunday coming up. We've got another. Tan, did you say there's a prophecy coming up, a Star Trek prophecy?
No, the Star Trek prophecy is in the past. I've been written all of this. I prophesied this before I left UK, and then now I came back. It's all prophesied in the Star Trek prophecy, which was like in January, I think January or February of 2018. But yeah, this Sunday is something. It's more about my. It's more like a statement. I have a statement I make in regards to a lot of topics like for Britain, like this. I am being the new Iron and so on, and a lot of things. And I'm coming for a gang and everything.
So this is going to be a big Sunday for you and gang.
If it doesn't rain.
My goodness. And did you say you've got security coming down?
No, just me alone. Like I said, the gang can surround me. I'm gonna fuck them all up. One Punch Man. Anyone watch the One Punch Man animation?
Oh,
I'm gonna do the one punch. That's it. You're done. Just one punch. That's all I need. And if you watch the One Punch animation, you watch till the end, the last episode. It also has some kind of prophecy where it will tell you why we're gonna end up in Mecca, where we'll have the one belt, one road. Just go and watch the One Punch Man animation. Quite a fun anime to watch, man.
All right. So this Sunday, okay, I'm going to encourage all my high IQ individuals to be at Speaker's Corner. Okay. If you're a low IQ individual, please, I beg of thee, do not attend Speaker's Corner. If you are easily triggered, all right. So if you have high emotional, displacement, please do not attend. I only want my high IQ individuals to be at Speaker's Corner, please.
Well, if Jedi Respect does not attend, or even Rajesh does not attend, it shows that they're done. They're irrelevant. If they can't even accept my challenge, they're irrelevant.
And this is gonna get heated, All right, I'm expecting Jedi to jump in soon. Jedi, when you're ready, jump in. Respect, when you're ready, jump in. And if not, message my phone.
If they don't come on Sunday, not now. Sunday. If Jedi, Respect, and Rajesh do not appear, they are done.
All right. So let me get a reminder. Okay, I'm gonna remind you.
Yes. Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but make sure, that you're not saying anything that is gonna get you kicked off.
No. It's just a simple question. My question is to Tan. It's a very simple question. Tan, why are you racist?
Because I am.
I know, but why?
That's the thing. You do not understand the philosophy of Buddhism. There's no why or what. It's just I am.
So there's no reason behind what you do.
It is everything. It is. Do you ask why is there's a reason there's a rock next to you? Do you ask
No,
that? Why there's
no,
a river next to you?
rock,
It just
no,
it is because
no,
there's a
no,
river there.
no,
Because
a
there's a
rock,
sky. Because
a
there's a
rock.
moon. There's a sun. It is
No,
as it
I know.
is.
No, I know. A rock
It
is not a
is.
human being. No, I just want to know why you're racist.
All right,
You see,
thank
you're
you.
not listening. Just shut the fuck up, man. You're not listening.
Thank you, reminder. All right, Black Rajiv, let's get you back in again.
Are you gonna mute me again, or can I actually speak this time?
Yeah, you asked your question last time. Remember, we said 15 seconds to ask your question.
Great. Can I get an answer to it?
Oh, you would like an answer to the question that you asked me?
Yeah.
Okay. The question was, just to repeat it, and of course, please, do correct me if I'm
No problem. The question is, why or at what point did views become more important than people's genuine concern and safety?
Okay, so we're now, you're doing something which is pretty much fallacious. I think we should call that. What is that? What is that called again? When
This
you're
is the
compounding.
typical SOP of Muslim.
Yeah, when you're
Standard
compounding
operating
something.
procedure of the
I can't
Muslim.
remember the name itself, but you're compounding something as to, it's a technology question. So let me just answer that for you first and foremost. This platform that you're on right now is a platform of freedom of speech, right?
That's good.
Everybody gets to come onto this platform, regardless if I agree with them or disagree with them, to view.
So where is Mohammed Tawheed's stream?
Brother, can I do me the favor, right? And again, I keep saying this to everybody.
I'll let you finish. My bad. I'll let you finish. Go on.
Muhammad Tawhid is homo. He went on a honeymoon with me. That's why he's missing for 3 months. I've been missing for 3 months. Does that answer your questions? I saw his dick. His dick is quite big.
All right. So let me quickly continue, right? So this platform is for freedom of speech, okay? We invite everybody to come onto the platform. Keep your mics muted. We invite everybody to come onto the platform to voice their opinions, to actually educate our people, or to actually say something that is going to help us think a little bit differently or uplift us, right? So we're giving individuals such as Tan and other people, even yourself, to come on to do that. Secondly, this platform is built upon the fact that we have audience members that have the capacity to actually join the panel, right? Listen to what our titans actually have to say, and also be the voice of our audience to actually critique what Tan is saying or any other titan has to say.
I absolutely understand that, Kalam. I absolutely understand that, and I respect that. But the problem is, you're not letting people do that. And then on top of that, we don't need an advertisement for Tan's in channel or whatever he wants to jerk off and call himself.
Why the fuck are you here, man?
We do not need that in particular, right? When we're talking
low IQ,
this guy,
thank you very much.
This guy's calling me low IQ, but he can't even wait for me to finish. This is
promoting
interesting.
me, man. What the fuck
Anyway,
are you doing here?
continuing on. I'm addressing Kalam, not you. I don't know you. I don't know who you are. I don't really give a shit. I don't care. So, Tan, like I was saying, put yourself to the side, calm yourself down, and let me and Kalam have this discussion.
You're the one
because I'm not.
You're the one that blamed the Jew for creating the nigger in the rap music industry, and yet you still want to use the word nigger, and then you wear the black hat proudly, who was invented by Jews. Somehow you blame them. You blame them for inventing the system, but then you are actually part of the system. You are actually suppressing yourself. You are oppressing yourself. That is why you are low IQ. I am high IQ because you're fucking dumb as fuck. Dumb as a monkey.
That's interesting because the creator is not even a practicing Jew. So I don't even know where you got that from. So continuing on with Kalam, right? Kalam, as I was saying, for me in particular, right? I understand what you were trying to do. And I've always said to people, right? I've always said, you know what? Kalam's just different. He's just trying to get a conversation going. Just think about it as BBC. BBC is a platform. It gets people on. They get talking. It's not necessarily that the BBC is supporting this stuff, but they just have to have a conversation. But I do not see you doing the same for Muslims. I really don't. So when we're talking about this case in particular, right? With Tan or anyone else, you've had Tommy Robson on, and we had a conversation about this the first week, and you didn't want to say that he was racist. I will bring that question back up to you today. Do you believe that it was a mistake to bring Tommy Robson on your show because he is racist?
Again, you keep doing these. somebody, somebody out there, do me a favor, right? I know I've got my very smart audience members, right? Straw man fallacy. No, there's another one, Bob. There's another one. All right.
Do you want to maybe address my question instead of trying to find a label for it?
Yeah, no, I need to find the label for it. That's it. Loaded question. Okay, that's a loaded question. All right. And why is loaded question is that you're coming with the assumption that Tommy Robinson.
Not loaded at all. It's a simple question. Tommy Robinson is racist. I asked you, do you
So are
think he's
you wearing the
racist?
black hat? That's why bleach is coming.
And you said you have not seen anything, right? Or you said you don't think he's racist. I gave you an example. I'm waiting for this idiot to speak.
All right, I'm actually gonna. Yeah, Bob, wait 1 second. I'm just gonna have to mute him real quickly, because again, it's very frustrating when people aren't actually listening to the rules, and I'm keep on. I like saying it's mercy. I'm keep on giving you guys, the leeway to actually interrupt, right? And we've already established to keep your mics muted at all times, right? You've asked the question, so let us address it. Okay. Number one, you said about Tommy Robinson being a racist, and also letting him onto the platform and all that good stuff there. Now it's down to you guys to actually prove the case. Okay, prove the case that he's racist, and once you do prove the case that he's racist, please go and report him to the police. Right? I don't have any love, for anybody. Okay, in that respect. So if you want to go and report him to the police, like, you would finish the conversation. You will literally done the argument, whether he's racist or not. Simply report him for a hate speech crime, that he is racist. Let the police do the investigation. And as soon as they come up with the fact that he is racist, I'm pretty sure, there will be a court case and he may possibly serve a sentence of some sort, right? If you can prove that he is racist. Please stop telling me he's a racist without any proof or without any evidence, right? And me, I will invite anybody I choose to actually have onto this panel, full stop. I've had very racist individuals on this panel, full stop, as titans, full stop, who are members of the Black community, coming on and being highly racist, in my opinion, right? But it hasn't stopped me from actually allowing them the voice, to actually represent them, to actually make sure those people who don't normally have a platform or voice to actually vent their frustrations, to vent their frustrations. I love that. I love the fact that our audience members are intelligent enough to spot BS and be intelligent enough to critique them, and intelligent enough to actually put forward a coherent argument that could shut them down, right? And so far, I haven't really witnessed a very coherent, strong from you guys to even shut Tan down or to shut Tommy Robinson down. It's a lot of emotional feel.
Because you mute us every time we talk, Callum. Don't get me wrong. I've been on panels before and I don't need the mute button. I give people the respect to actually talk, so I don't need the mute button. But when we do come up with a point, you mute.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to get you back in again. I'm going to first get Bob in, and then we're going to open it up to other individuals such as Ezra.
All right,
Jake.
I need to go. No, I'm going because, like the rest of the panel, generally I'm not going to.
I wanted to say something to Freddie.
He's somehow left without even finishing his point. But go ahead. We've got Bob back on. Let me just make sure I put you on extra volume. We've got Bob back on. So Bob, let me get you to have your segment.
Last comment about talking about people being able to spot bullshit, and no more bullshit that comes out of anyone's mouth other than Rajiv, a man who at the corner has justified the Islamic slave trade and then has the audacity to try and take a moral high ground, looking down on other people, when he himself has marshalled arguments that would justify the slavery of Black African Christians in the Sudan under an Islamic slave trade system, or in Chad, or in a number of other places. I find it horrendous that this pseudo-intellectual comes to the corner and demonstrates the very kind of behavior that he bemoans. I don't know when he's going to come out and give Shahada, because he's obviously made that decision ages ago. He's putting it off because he's still getting paid by the porn site Black for free advertising. Who knows? But I mean, I just think him coming on and accusing Robinson, a man who I can't see any evidence is racist. It's just cheap shots, mate. And I'd love to have that debate with you if you want to have that debate about slavery, Rajiv. We can. But with regards to Tan, I'd like to ask a question because that's actually what you're asking people to do. So, Tan, my question to you is: when you reflect on your life, the things that you have achieved the most, would you say that your best accomplishments have been achieved when your motivator has been hatred or when it has been love? And with that question, I'd ask you to reflect on what exactly is driving you. When you reflect upon your emotional self, what is driving you? Is it hatred or is it love? That's the question.
Am I still mute or you're hearing me?
Sorry, can I just make one more point, Kalam, which is that I've listened to your show and I know you've had racists on from the black community. And so for people to criticize you, even if someone like Tommy Robinson is a racist, and Tan has made it quite clear that he is, though I actually think he's mentally ill. It's not like you haven't allowed other people to have this platform with similar abhorrent views. So I find Rajiv's selectivity also deeply questionable. There you go.
All right. Thanks. All right. So, Tan, you got the question, right?
Am I unmute or am I still mute?
No, you're muted. Go ahead.
Okay, so you can hear me now, yeah? So the answer to Bob's question is, I would say love. It's not hatred. I mean, the reason people always misunderstood is like, how do you harness the power of good and evil is you need to have a pure heart. It's nothing to do with good and evil, nothing to do with good and bad. There's nothing to do with love or hatred. It's like, if you really want to harness the true power of both sides, you need to have a pure heart, like really pure heart. So, and the reason I'm doing that is out of love. It's nothing to do with hatred. Like Thanos is loving everything. That's why he's doing what it is. Thanos did not do everything out of hatred. It's out of love. Does it answer your question, Bob?
I think it does answer his question. Unfortunately, he's gone right now. And what I'm going to do real quickly is invite questions from our audience members. Of course, we've got over 600 people tuned in right now live, okay, to listen in what we're talking about, and of course, for Tan itself. So, what I'm going to do is wait for you guys, okay, to come up with some really profound, great, good questions to actually ask Tan. You have the actual ability right now. You maybe rarely ever have the ability to really dig into Tan's mind. This is your opportunity right now. So I'm going to go for the first 2 or 3 questions, and let's do this. Let's see. So we got Manny Cinder says here, question for Tan. It's obvious Tan did not write his manifesto. Last Sunday's speech, who wrote it for him, and why did he use the esoteric term Brave New World? From Manny Cinder.
Okay, so why nobody believe I wrote that manifesto? I did ask Lucy to help me fix some grammar mistake, but she's like, fuck off, this doesn't give a shit. So I wrote everything myself, man.
Oh, all right, well done. We
If you
got
don't believe me, just stay tuned for this Sunday.
All right. They're always underestimating. Always underestimating. All right. Babadule says, let me join. I'm also a racist. Everyone should be interesting. Baba, my Hebrew brother. All right. Okay. Ask people. Okay. Ask Tan, how did it feel being rejected by Lucy? This is by It's Ahmed.
Who says Lucy rejected me, man? Who told him that?
All right. And Banksy Star says, ask Tan, how did he find his way to the light and truth?
Life is a journey. You just have to work on it. That's why I recommend everyone to go through the life biography of Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs had the kind of eyes just as I do. If you go through all my videos, sometimes it's like I flip for a moment and my eyes just. It's the kind of eyes that Steve Jobs has, as well as the Monkey King from Journey to the West. We all have the same eye that we can see through evil. So you just have to, I don't know. Actually, in fact, if you go to Scientology, they actually try to train you to have this kind of eye, which is kind of creepy. because I don't need to train. I have this kind of eye since childhood. It's like once you see the truth, you see the truth. In Journey to the West, that novel, they call these eyes the red fire golden eye. Yeah, whatever that means.
We got the unmoved mover asks here: is Tan afraid to go back to Malaysia due to Muslim backlash?
I'm not gonna give you my plan. It's like you're asking me, like, so you know what's my next plan. I'm Steve Jobs. I don't, you know, Steve Jobs. That every year while Steve Jobs is still alive, every year when there's always an Apple conference in September, but nobody actually know what's they're gonna announce during the Apple conference. So it's gonna be the same for me. I'm not gonna tell you whether I will go back to Malaysia or not, because that would be fucking dumb if I tell you all my strategy.
All right, and let me quickly give a quick shout outs to Ellie Doe. Okay, shouts out to Ellie Doe for your support. We wouldn't be doing Titans TV, or we're unable to do Titans TV without your guys' support. And I love you guys who are constantly showing your support by hitting the like button, sharing the shows, and also hitting the super chat button and donating.
Sorry, Kalam. Can I answer one question? Since you're sharing that, John McDermott, he said, "Please say the time no one can fight the whole world." That's why I've been telling you, go through the biography of Steve Jobs. He fought the whole industry. The whole industry gang up on Apple, Microsoft, BlackBerry, Nokia, Symbian, every company, Google try to gang up on Apple, and they all fail. And Steve Jobs, Apple become number one, iPhone become number one. Because once you see the truth, there's no stopping it. There's no stopping the truth. Truth will always prevail. Trust me on that.
All right. And Black Hat Guy, no, we didn't actually. Well, I didn't kick you out, unless somebody else on here did kick you out. Tan C, please ask Tan to give his definition of what a racist is from Witnesses Speakers Corner.
Can I say I don't give a fuck about definition of racism, because if you believe in racism, then it will exist. Like I said, if you believe in the Abraham religion, then you believe in Jew problem. I don't believe in Abraham religion. Therefore, I do not have a Jew problem. Therefore, in East Asia, there are no Jew problems. If I believe that there's a racism problem, I will be racism problem just like the same. If you believe in white privilege, then white are superior. End of story. Low IQ.
All right. All right. Let me actually stop. Let me actually stop that. Let me go back into our panel members right now. Okay. So we're gonna go back to the panel members, right? So if you're here and you actually want to ask Tan a question, I know it's much more filled
Can
out.
I ask a question?
Garrison, hold tight. I'm gonna go first of all to Mohib, then Jacob, and then you. Okay, because I know these individuals have been waiting quite some time. All right, family, let's do this because we want to close down the show as soon as possible. Mohib, talk to me, King. Don't tell me your mic is not working again after all of that. And you're telling me I'm unmuting you on Live Titans TV? Oh, man. You know you don't F that, right? All right, Jacob, go ahead, King.
Okay, so my question to Tan is, if you're looking for high intellect people and you consider yourself someone of high intellect, so then how do you justify throwing knowledge on the floor and calling yourself high intellect? And I'm searching for high intellect and acting like you're on such a pedestal when you're throwing knowledge on the floor. Back in the day, right, when people were going through slavery and things, it was a privilege to be allowed to read. They weren't allowed to read. They had to fight for that. So the way I've been raised with my parents, if my mom saw me throw a book on the floor, I'd be disowned. I'd be beaten the crap out of. So please explain to me how you have such high intellect to throw knowledge on the floor.
So obviously you're not into Socrates. That's why you're dumb. You think knowledge means it's all about the book. When I throw the book, why do I throw the book? You don't even understand why I throw the book. That's why you keep reading and reading and reading. You're only memorizing. You're not learning. You're only memorizing by reading the book, the text. You're memorizing the words, but you do not understand. You do not learn. You do not absorb any knowledge from the book at all. That's why you're dumb. When I throw the book on the floor, you're like focusing on why I do that. It's like you know the Bruce Lee philosophy. If I point my finger to the moon, and you stare at my finger, then you will miss all the heavenly glory. That's why you're dumb. You're fucking dumb. You don't even know why Socrates means. Just go start read out about Socrates, man. Socrates know he's dumb. That's why he becomes smart. You think you are very intellect. That's why you become dumb.
All right. Okay. Now Saracen. Okay. Now we know it's gonna get real heated, right? I'm gonna warn everybody. It's gonna get real heated now. We've got Saracen coming up. Yeah, we've got Saracen coming up. But before I do that, let me quickly give a quick shout out to N Rieb. Says here, can we have a special show where we educate Black Hat Guy about logical fallacies? We can use small words so he understands. Okay, I apologize for Black Hat Guy. Okay, but unfortunately, once they actually hit the super chat button and they've donated, I feel obliged. I'm actually obliged to actually read out their comments. Okay. So if you want your comments read out, you already know what you have to do is just simply hit the super chat button, and I have to read out your comments without fail. All right. So yeah, Saracen, let's get it.
Yes, brother. So one of the things I thought actually Black Hat Guy had a very valid point, because a lot of us, who have come on your show quite regularly, Kalam, we know the rules. We don't insult people, even though Tan's insulted everyone. We don't swear, even though swearing has been allowed, for him. We all try to keep it respectful. But the other thing about Titan TV, what I liked about it was that it's a place for freedom of speech where you can challenge ideas.
Stop it, fuck you, man. You're out of the game.
So
You're in the
if
database.
you can,
You're
if
in
you
the
have it,
database.
I'm not going to engage with this.
Be
idiot.
respectful, Tan.
Yeah, no. The thing is, I know about Tan. He's come from the corporate sector. He's not dumb. He's actually, people who say he's got mental health, he hasn't got mental health. The guy is actually very smart, but he's part of an industry that he's been scouted for, that he's going around Europe. There's networks. He's talked about it. He's given you little clues before. There's he's part of a network. At the moment, what he's trying to do on behalf of this network, Anne-Marie Waters, Tan, I know about you, bro. Yeah, is push the limit of freedom of speech. See how much they can get away with. So black people, Islam, see how much support he gets, and then they work around their proper manifesto around that. So if you guys allow him to be disrespectful, racist, etc., don't think that people aren't watching, higher powers aren't watching, and the people who are sponsoring him aren't watching, because these politicians are then going to be using that same rhetoric because they're testing the water out there. So, I'm on to you, Tan, my friend. I don't engage with you because
You're not my friend, man.
I can't have a civilized conversation with you because
you're not
actually
civilized.
because you don't want to, you can't, you are not interested.
You are a fucking part of
You're not
problem.
interested.
You are suppressive people. You are the one that make.
Yo, Tan, you're suck your nan, bro. Suck your nan.
No. Listen, don't. You know what it is? It's part of his gimmick. He's people like Milo, people like Gavin McGuinness. He's part of it. He's part of that entertainment that people don't really care what's true, what's not true. It's
you
all
are
about
out of the game. You are
entertainment.
in the database.
I think Jedi. I think the other brothers did the right thing and bounced, because you can't really reason with him. But the only reason I'm on is those people who he's trying to trigger. He wants to obviously go into prison. I'll tell you his strategy. He wants to go into prison. He's ready to die, as he says. And then you're going to get all these people who are going to come up and say, oh, free Tan. Just like the Tommy Robinson campaign. It's going to raise awareness
I say
about
I'm going
it.
to sacrifice.
It's going to be behind you. Listen, mate, I know what you're up to. You're not gonna mess around with me, bro. I know the strategy. Don't ask me how I know, but I know I've clocked on.
If I can convert everyone, what do you think is gonna happen if I go to
all
prison?
right, with that, Kalam, good night.
Prison into Tango, man.
Nice one.
All right. Again, some order, please, family. Some order, okay? What I want to do real quickly is to give a big shout out to Rich LK, okay? Rich LK, he's literally making it rain right now. All right. Shouts out to my brother Rich LK. I've seen your support for quite some time now. Always there in the comment section on other videos. Really, really actually supporting and going out his way to actually keep Titans TV, alive and clearing a lot of the confusion that's out there, especially that's targeted towards me. So shouts out to Rich. Okay. Again, you guys, we wouldn't be able to do these shows without your support, without your help. Okay. So thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right. Let me go back into this now. So we've got quite a few people. I want to get Ezra, involved, because we have, in the Black community, we have very diverse voices. So I want to hear, Ezra and also Baba Dule. I think that's there as well. So these two individuals, please come on. But first of all, Ezra, go ahead.
Yes. Peace, everyone, and I'm kind of mad just listening to this guy because from when I first heard the manifesto, I knew he was racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's little parts that people are missing out. Like, my man saying that, nobody owes you anything, nigger. He's throwing nigger in there, just unnecessary. You know what I mean? Like, fair enough, he did have a point on some of it, yeah, but he clearly showed his agenda. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling man he's racist. Everyone's trying to defend him, and look, he's gonna highlight it
Oh my
himself.
god! I did say I'm racist on my website, tangle.church. Go check it out.
Man, shut up. I'm not even talking to you, bro.
Then why do you join the session? You don't want to
I'm
talk to me.
talking to Kalam,
Wait,
innit?
low
Shut
IQ,
up,
low
cunt.
IQ alert, man. Low
Listen, I'm
IQ
not
alert.
talking to
You
you.
don't want to talk to me and then you join a show about
Listen,
Khan.
go eat a
Fucking
dog.
dumb
Shut
fuck,
up.
idiot.
Shut up, man. Eating too much dogs, that's the problem. Anyway, yeah. What I'm saying is, look, we can't be listening to these fools. Understand? It's just creating tension between us as people. This is what I'm saying. This is why we have to have these discussions between us. You know what I'm saying? Forget Tan. Is it idiot? Is he relevant to anybody? Like Betty said, that's the first thing I've ever agreed with her on. Is he relevant? He's just come from nowhere, chatting rubbish, trying to get people all
Another one
stressed
in the
out.
database.
Shut up, man. Anyway, listen, let's just do better. He's talking about, part of his manifesto is talking about, yeah, if I don't call myself chink, but then on his website, he's got chink over everything. He's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? He's just talking nonsense.
Oh my god, you just showed your stupidity.
Shut up, man.
Holy shit. You don't even get it. Oh my god.
What are you on about?
Oh, this is
You
why
just,
I say
you're a
you
fool,
can't say
man.
stupid
Listen,
people.
you're a
They're too
fool.
dumb to realize it.
Listen,
Oh
yeah,
my
you're
God.
clearly racist. I'm glad everybody else has saw it now, and that's just that.
What? I say I'm racist. Everyone saw it. Fucking
But everyone was defending you, though. People are trying to say that you're not racist. So, like I says, I wasn't even addressing you. I'm addressing my brothers who thought that you was just trolling and you're messing about. No, you're really a racist fool. Yeah, and we can't take nothing that he says serious. And with that, I'm done.
All right. Thank you, Ezra, for your input.
Listen.
All right. Now let me actually get Fear. Fear. Go ahead, Fear. Baba, is that you?
Yeah, big up.
All right, shout out to you, King. Talk to us.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that basically, I think with all that the black people, you know, us blacks getting mad, I just want to think because it's coming from like a Chinese person, it's different for once in a change, you know. But with the Muslims and that, we like, even with the Arabs, we like to mistake them, like the Asians and the Arabs are the same people because they might look the same. But it's really like a slavery thing. Like if an Arab had us in slavery or the whites had us in slavery, when they say nigger, it's like a different meaning behind it. You know what I mean? It's like we would have more animosity or something towards that. But now when you see from like coming from a Chinese person's perspective, it's different. So it's like he's just saying that he's a racist or whatnot. Because even with me, I wouldn't want to be a hypocrite as a black person growing up, whether it be mild racist or highly racist. I wouldn't give a fuck how it seems to the person, but I would be racist towards the Chinese. You know what I mean? Whether it be the jokes, any mediocre jokes that we hear about can't drive and slanted eyes and those type of stuff. And you know what I mean? It's really after rush hour when we started to really blend like blacks and Chinese can have like some type of, and you know, we always like kung fu films and that, and some of them like our music and stuff. So it's like to really hear it from an Asian, it's not really that, I can't really take it seriously, you know what I mean? Because it just comes out there on
This is
some
why we
big
have Rush Hour 4.
Rush Hour, what you say?
This is why we have Rush Hour 4.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm just saying, like, when you hear it from, I don't think, I mean, I understand blacks being offended by stuff like this, but I don't really see how you can take it as offensive from an Asian when it's like, come on, man. In our culture, we're racist towards Chinese. Like, I don't know which African or Caribbean isn't. We're all racist towards other people in our own ways, you know what I mean? But to hear it from, it's just refreshing, like, to hear it from a different race other than like Arabs and whites and stuff, like people that had us in slavery and that, you know what I mean, that could actually affect us. Because it's like it's like you're taking a picture saying, oh, because what your ancestors did to us, you think you can say this and try to get away and be friendly and, oh yeah, no, it's not that. But when the Chinese, you can see it's just like our cultures didn't even really intertwine. And well, back in the ancient days with the Buddha and the Naga, we keep saying nigger and all this stuff, but it's really the Naga that went to Asia and showed
I
them
think our
about Buddha.
culture did intertwine. I think China sent an envoy to Africa and then they brought back a giraffe or something like that.
No, I think Africa sent a convoy to Asia a long time before that. and showed you that that's why he put up black Buddhas with the black stone coloring.
A Buddha is a nigger, man.
And some of them had noses, some of them look Asian, some of them look black. So it would show that they must have been interacting with each other. But that's beside what I'm talking about. I'm just saying we all have these little ching chang, walla walla, and all those type of jokes. But when you hear a Chinese person say nigga, don't be so offended, like, because we're all racist to Chinese. Like, come on, who didn't grow up in England or wherever you're from? If you're an American, black or whatnot, and you're not racist towards Asian type of Chinese type people, come on.
You know where's the most racist part? It's on Pornhub.com.
That's what I'm saying. So it's about time that I've seen a Chinese, because we always hear about in Asia they're racist, but I've never been to Asia.
Chinese look the same anyway.
I've never been to Asia to actually experience it, but to see someone from there to come over here and say it's expression that we don't really hear their word. They might be talking in their language if they say they're racist. We don't really Chinese people come out and be like, yeah, I don't like this. So when I went to school, there was only a few Chinese in school. You know what I mean? So to me, it's not that much of a big deal, but I can see why blacks are being offended. But me being that I'm racist towards every nation, that I just look at it, it's just ammunition. Like, you want to hear what this guy's got to say about black, hear what he's got to say about the Arabs. It's just ammunition for me to know what I can say about every race in case someone wants to come against me. That's what it's all about for me, data collecting. So just don't try not to take it that seriously, because we all know in the end, we know who's in our genetics or whatnot, who's looking like a superior race or not. We don't have to have the argument. Them lot can argue with themselves about those type of stuff. IQ, and as soon as the French made up the IQ test, that's what basically saved all these other nations. Because before that, we was looking at the biggest, the strongest, the most athletic, the most women lusting for us, and would come into our country. So it's like, now that they've got this IQ test, I always keep hearing IQ test. Prior to the French making it up, what was you lot saying? Now you've got something you can bring up, this lower IQ and this and that. Where it's like, come on, we still add up the inventions that we made, it still don't match up. Because you lot got to go back to some ancient stuff, gunpowder and those stuff. We were making up stuff in the 19 about electric and light bulbs and refrigerators. Like, come on, man. Black people shouldn't really be taking this seriously. You obviously ain't done enough research on your own people. I mean,
True stories, that's fact.
100.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say so far, though.
Is it true black people invented peanut butter?
One of them, I heard. But that's like a minor invention to me compared to refrigerated trucks and, phones and all those, even internet and certain computers we had the input in. And even with us, it's like with the Chinese, no one really says, you lot made up gunpowder, and then someone came over and said, no, we made it up. But with blacks, we would make up something because someone would claim it and say, no, it was us because we had a fight. They don't want us to look. So it's like we've got, even us having a fight against us shows us that we must have some type of superiority, because why wouldn't you want us to just shine and have our glory? You want to come and take over something or say that you invented it or put your name there. That don't happen with the Chinese or Indians or other races.
It doesn't matter who invented it. It's more about learning. If you don't learn, you stop learning, you become low IQ. That's all it is. That's why the white
man, it's all about
so strong, because they keep
all about who can have their story told. If this person can say, we did this and it wasn't them and they never showed us how to do this, we just did it ourselves. That's what it's about. But I don't think we should be as insecure, because from the internet came out, we can research certain things and you can show that as far as we go back, it's going to be the blacks that you're going to learn shit from.
This is what I said. Stop watching porn. It's like the bigger the dick you have, the more insecure you are.
I don't know about all that shit. What I would say.
Look at Rajiv, man. He's fucking insecure. He has to wear a black hat. Just go to Speaker's Corner, which is invented by Jew, and then they keep blaming Jew all the time. That's insecure, man. Insecurity. Big dick syndrome.
But yeah, I'm a racist too, so I can't knock it.
Yeah, that's true. What's his name, Baba? I like that, man. Baba, you spitting some facts there, bro.
Yeah, big up.
I just want to back up your point, because I get what you're saying. You know when and that's how I see it as well with Tan. I don't really the way I see things, because of the obviously the stuff that man studied and stuff, yeah. And I know I don't believe I know the history of our people and stuff, and I know the great things we've done. Things like this, that when racists speak up all these things, but it don't really faze me, because there's a bigger goal and a bigger task that we have. Do you see what I'm saying? We got to raise up the youth and that, and get them into this knowledge and get them onto understanding and seeking the truth. Do you see what I'm saying? This is like little hurdles in the way. It's minor. yeah, when you look at the stuff that we've created, like you said, and invented and stuff, yeah, it's true what you're saying. All our stuff has always been, no one ain't come out with the facts. Do you see what I'm saying? Whereas everybody else, all their history and stuff is in broad daylight for
Yeah.
everyone to see. But when it comes to us, there's still shit that they don't want you to know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Our
it's
stuff.
like some agenda against us for no reason.
So,
We don't. I mean,
yeah, so these things, yeah, it's nothing. You shouldn't be getting all wound up over, this person called man a monkey. But are you a monkey? No, you're not a monkey. So why? You're the one's there. So let's real factor. Let's get into the knowledge. Do you see what I'm saying? Let's get into the science. Let's get back into that stuff.
Bro.
Little Mickey Mouse games.
Bro,
Monkey King is a god
people
in
don't
Chinese
realize,
history.
people don't realize, that a lot of these inventions that sparked the Industrial Revolution were created by slaves, and the slave owners had the invention in their name. Most people don't realize that. Like the industrial world that is built today, and everyone glorifies and everyone
You are just a workforce.
jizzes all over it. They don't realize that a lot. And actually, if you go to the museum, the African American Museum of Slavery and Economics in Chicago, you'd find that a lot of the inventions, like tractors and stuff, were invented by slaves to get their work done
That's a
easier.
very weak argument. Do you think China invented a lot of new things today? Yes, the workforce behind China, the industrialization, doesn't mean they invent a lot of things. Like a lot of things are just copied from the West. A lot of technology are copied from the West.
Yeah, but that's not the
obviously
point.
it was made in
The
the West by
point,
slaves.
yeah, but the point is that it was made in the West by slaves.
Workforce is a labor force. It is just that labor force, just like China now. They have not invented. I mean, they did have some new things like contactless payment with the phone and so on. They're very into that, but they're still not inventing a lot of new things. They're just copying from the West, and then they somehow implement it much more efficiently. That's all.
Yeah, but the thing is that's well said. But the thing is that it all goes back to a creation of someone else claiming it.
Of course, that's why I say it's all about learning. You can't just be proud of what you invent. If you are so proud of history too much, too proud, then you will not learn. When your glass is too full, you will not learn. You have to be a half glass full.
That's you have a point there. I do agree.
But
Crazy what I do.
you still have to research, you know what I mean? Because it's like I'll be having this conversation ignorantly. We're from London, I'm from London, and some of the people, and like look at the Big Ben. A lot of people don't know that's named after a black person that made a specific clock out of wood. You know what I mean? And that's why they brought it back to London and whatnot and named it after him. But they didn't teach you that in school. They don't want to put these things in the limelight for some reason. But everyone else's inventions, they did this and everyone can get their glory. But we can't. We have to go into some deep research. And when we tell it to someone, it sounds like some fucking conspiracy or something.
Bro, the refrigerator, the carbon filament in the light bulb, all these stuff that pushed forward, all created by so-called inferior IQ, less IQ blacks. So it's
Kings,
really.
man.
It's really crazy the way they always try to belittle us and make us seem as if we don't know it, and they put us in these positions so we end up looking a certain type of way.
I know the theory already, man. It's because they don't want us to have everything. You can't be winning all the sports and being intellectual as well and inventing stuff. We have to have everyone. They want to give everyone their category. Let these on this be brute force and look like they're menacing or something like. We walk down the road and people cross the road don't even want to walk in front of us. It's like they're scared. It's a subliminal thing in their head. Maybe it's passed on through the children or something where they feel like there's some threat. When we're in our heads, we're not even looking at it like that. Do you know what I mean?
But the thing is, I personally think that it's not really got to do with that. It's got to do with history, because the deeper people dig into the ancient history and ancient cultures and the ancient glories of the Buddha and all of these stuff, the blacker the faces have become. So it's like you're telling like these people for 200 or 300 years that they ain't shit, but then you do archaeological digs and you find that all these statues
all their
you
Buddhas
see,
are black.
all these statues that you say were created by Indo-Europeans, they end up looking black, having curly hair with big noses. Look at the Olmec statues. Sure, they found cocaine. They found cocaine in King Tut's stomach. Like, Come on, man.
Yo,
Like
I
that
heard.
would
Yeah,
suggest that would
why is their brother got a big broad nose
and
and why is
curly
he always
hair.
curly hair and always depicted black? Why?
Exactly, and these are stuff that they don't want to tell. They don't want to say. And the founding, the don't quote me on this, but the founding dynasty in China. If you translate their name, I can't remember where I read this, but if you translate their name, it translates to the burnt faces. And if you look at the older statues of China, you'll find that these people had like broad nose, curly hair. Even the samurais in Japan. So when we talk about the expansion of civilization from Africa into the world, they were brought by so-called Negroes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we know. Like, well, some people know, not a lot, not enough people know, but the people that do know can't really be feeling insecure or anything about these guys.
Sorry, Israel, but why do we care what is the origin? We are all
we care for this.
Now that's a good question. Why should we care? The reason we should care is because this whole low IQ argument is give it another 10 years, I reckon, and that's just going to be out the window because the knowledge that they're going to have to show is going to be you're not going to be able to argue against it. It's not a thing about what nation wants to say what they've done. We're the only nation not boasting about what we've done. If you've not noticed that, we're not really boasting about what we've done. It's like you have to draw us out.
Bro, you know, they did a study. It's documented in the Cambridge Journals of Education. Yeah, they did a study on children, and they found out that, and this is a a United Kingdom study. They found out that when you take a group of kids, white, Asian, black, and you put them from like baby school, like preschool, up to I think it's 10 year 10 or 8 or 9 or something like that. The black kids outperform every other kids, but when they get to
Sorry,
when they get to
I don't think you
14,
guys need anymore, right? I think you are. I'm.
but when they get to 14, yeah, when they get to 14, when they get
Cool. Sorry, I was away for a little bit. Now I'm back again. Sorry, I've had some technical difficulties. Let me actually get things back on track because we're down to the last 5 minutes or so of this show, and I want to make sure that Tan really gets I'm not gonna do any more. Tan's gonna get his last chance to actually really get his message across. Before we do all that, we're gonna receive some questions from our audience. Okay, so we're gonna do one last round of asking Tan some questions. I'm gonna get my my audience members to actually post up Titans TV and a question really soon. But first of all, let me get Bob back on here. So Bob, are you free?
Yes.
Yep, go ahead.
So just a comment with regards to black identity quite loosely, which I'm sure will trigger Raju immensely. But you guys, I understand the idea of identifying things within Black history to be proud of in terms of giving examples to Black youth to look up to and to find pride in and dignity. However, trying to claim other people's achievements isn't the way to do it. If you want to find something to uplift the Ethiopian civilization, in that you will find everything that you need to establish a civilization equal to everything in Europe, a civilization that managed to resist Europe, to resist colonialism, and it is the example.
Is that a gunshot?
Make arguments that you founded every other civilization in the world is just not going to stand up, and it actually diminishes your cause. It doesn't improve it. Do that what you will. My question to Tam is, in terms of love, and it's right, there's more than one emotion that can motivate someone. I'm not suggesting that you're being motivated by love. I actually think you're suffering from an emotional trauma. I genuinely think that no one should take him seriously, particularly Gang and all the Taoists down at the corner. Everyone should treat Tan as someone who is suffering. He's a drowning man who is slowly losing touch with
Oh no, man! I took the blue pill and the red pill. I have control. I am Neo.
I can't hear you, mate. So if you just hold on, and then I'll watch you reply to me on YouTube. But my question to you is, how do you understand love to operate? Is it by... yeah, that's the question. How do you understand love to operate? Okay, I'm going to go so I can listen to everyone's responses.
Is that a question to me?
Yeah. Bob, could you just say that question once more? Yeah, he's gone.
Is it asking me what do I understand about love? Is it?
Yeah, how does love operate?
Interstellar. You know the movie Interstellar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I understand love.
All right. So 10. If you could, sum up your message, in literally a minute.
Could I ask him one question before he leaves?
Done faster than that. I can sum it up.
No, don't mute your mic. Okay, go ahead, Tan.
Lucy Brown, I'm really horny right now. That's it. She promised me pajamas, so yeah.
All right, Lucy, I hope you heard that one. All right, Gabs, talk to me, King.
Yo, bro, what's happening? To be fair, I wanted to answer what Bob was saying, bring up a point of what Bob was just saying just a minute ago, and this is exactly what I think. What's the brother's name that came when I was just talking? The black brother, is it Baba? Yeah, this is exactly what he was talking about. You see, Bob started off by saying, talking about black people trying to find their identity, talking about inventions, and it sounded like he was gonna, he was gonna end up backing us, but then came the big but. Then came the but of, don't start using other people's. He said something about don't start using other people's inventions and claiming it or something like that. But it's funny because we're the only ones that don't do that. We're trying to show the people. We're trying to show the people. We're trying to show people about our history and things that's not being foretold, things that's been hidden. It's actually the other way around, where other people are the ones that's doing that. They are the ones that's saying, listen, we are the ones that invented this. But when you go down into the crux of the matter, you find out that they're not the ones that invented stuff. So the little information that us black people do have, that they do give us, when they do try to show a little bit of the truth, this is the information that we're trying to show, give to our community and to our youth to make them understand. Do you know what I mean? But
and Gabs.
Anytime you try to talk about it or try to there's always someone that always says, but guys, don't start. Yeah, you want to do that, but don't look too much, because there's other. They always do that. This is.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what it is, like, what it is, they invented the patent office in it. So like, what they was doing is slaves were inventing tools to make their job easier. You know what I'm saying? And then these guys are patenting it and claiming it as theirs. When you look at like a lot of the inventions from 1800s and that, slaves were drawing the blueprints. So why would your slave be drawing the blueprints? Obviously, there's something going on there. Like there's books and all of this stuff. Look at Black Inventors. There's a book about it. You know what I'm saying? So when people say that kind of stuff there to try and like belittle the thing, just bypass that.
Yeah, man, it's their only thing they can do is try to belittle it as much as they can. It's obviously an agenda. You can't let everyone win. You can't be making man be big and you're the big man and you're smart as well. You got to be one. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, because come on, what's the point of making these people be in the UN or whatnot and they're controlling their nation? Because even he said, what is these African countries that Haiti mentioned? I mean, it's a valuable point mentioning these people, these type of places. But it's like, if you're not going to go into the history itself and bring out the ones that are good and just paint everyone with the same brush, that's why even when Titans was like, do you think everyone is like that? You need to answer that question, right?
You don't need me in the discussion anymore, because if you want to talk to racists, I'll be there this Sunday. So feel free to engage me this Sunday.
Don't get shook now, man. Don't get shook now, bro. Because it's not an idiot no more, bro. We're bringing out facts now.
Man.
When the trolling stops, you know what I mean, man? That's a cut, man.
All right, goodbye, my niggas.
What's
Yo,
up, man?
you Chinese talk, man.
Swear to God. Yo, when you come into prophesy in Birmingham, that's what I want to know. Funny guy. Yo, yeah. It's like everyone got kicked off, so. Yeah.
Peace. I hope you lot can hear me. It seems as though there's a troll in here that's actually kicked us out.
Yo, Kalam.
It's this guy, man. He's that guy with a donkey. He's that. Oh, is that? Oh, see. Alright, say that. My bad, still, man.
Tan is a waste man still.
Racist, blood, I'm racist. No. See, yeah, man. Alright, say nothing, fam. Say nothing. It really looks like he just got that guilty smile, blood. Like that smile. Yeah.
Yo, Bellerin ain't Asian.
Yo, Gabs. Okay. Nah, but you know what it is? What gets me, Bex, is when black people entertain it and like wanna like look how much black people have said. Okay, then he had a couple of valid points. No, I'm not gonna like the thing where he said like collectively we shouldn't say it. Then fair enough. Like that's understandable. Millions of black people have said that. I've heard you say that before, Gabs. You know what I'm saying? So like, he's got a point there. You get me? But the rest of his thing was racist. Get me? If you break it down sentence by sentence, it's racist. When I'm listening to it, thinking, yeah, man, like he's mad. And then like people are defending it though. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like only us would do that. Like somebody's talking to you in such a derogatory way, and we're finding ways to defend it. Get me? That's madness.
The crazy thing is, yeah, these men
Yeah, I
weren't
know.
defending Uncle Omar, were they? Where was the defense for Uncle Omar?
No, it's not self-entitlement. I'm just saying when he's talking about niggers, he's talking about a certain type of people, innit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear that still. You get me? But like, leave us out. You get me? Oh yeah, it's back now still.